Anyone else like to share? How about you in the back with the glasses, sir?
My name's Bobby, and I am an addict.
Hey, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
You know, you folks aren't here because you're gamblers. You are here because you are terrible gamblers.
Hey, Bobby.
These folks don't need to stop doing what they're doing. They just need to get better at it. Who's stealing?
Please.
Who's that?
Hello?
You're right, Billy James. Bobby Riggs.
Let's roll. The Wicked Wednesday has begun. The pimps, the players, the hustlers, the people, the busters, and everybody else in between. From Costa Rica to California, Montreal to Minnesota, the Late Night Anger Management Program begins. And remember, the first step to redemption is admitting that you have a problem. Let's throw it down this evening. And right now, we don't have too many problems. A few problems on the prop front right now. The lack of free throws is a major concern, and that prop's dead. LeBron James will not have 8 free throws this evening. But we are on the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers over in this basketball game. When it went down to 215 and a half, we decided to pull the trigger. We stayed away. I played the Cleveland Cavaliers team total as opposed to the over. You guys know, man, I never met a motherfucking over I didn't like. Overs to me are like weed. That's like Willie Nelson said. All weed, some weed is better than others, but it's like sex. It's all good. So, yeah, there's no fucking free throws, and LeBron isn't shooting threes. I haven't looked at the stats. I'm sure I'm going to get fucked over by like half a fucking point here and half a rebound there. But whatever. We loaded up on the Cleveland Cavaliers. The props are secondary plays. The props are secondary plays. So right now it's 52-42. Needed to pick up just a little bit. The in-game number as we speak right now is off the board. It's currently suspended. 211 and a half, posted back up. Yeah, see, a little light here in the second quarter. They've put up 37 points. LeBron James has missed a lot of little putbacks and a lot of layups tonight. Yeah, I've got that LeBron James prop once again. Points, rebounds, and assists, and he's got a few assists because Kevin Love keeps on hitting threes after LeBron passes it to him. I'm not sure, but let's just get this first bet home here. We put a nice play in on it too here in the first half. If you actually pay attention to the program, Paul Bovey joined us last night and talked about the first half trends here. Teams that are down 0-2 in the NBA Finals are hitting it like a 70% clip in the first half of that game 3. It makes sense. Very, very desperate basketball team. And but can they sustain it, right? Cleveland came out, threw a bunch of punches early. Golden State responded, and now Cleveland's delivered another flurry of punches to take this lead right now. But Golden State's lingering. Golden State's lingering, and no one on the Warriors is really heated up yet either. It's a concern. Let's just get this first half home, and we'll take it. We'll take it as we go. We appreciate all of you joining us here this evening while the NBA basketball game is on. Babano will join us at about 10:30 or so. Listen, Babano is easily motherfucking distracted, all right? You guys motherfucking distract him in the chat. This is the same man that once abandoned his post mid-television interview. He got up to answer the door. So, clearly, Babano, I don't know if he can walk and chew gum at the same time. So, normally when there's games going on, I realize it's like when there's hockey and stuff, he's very into the hockey. So, I'll be like, all right, you join us after the game. But this motherfucking game, it's been a long game for a basketball game. I don't know, man. There's been a lot of fucking bullshit and talking in between plays. It's like a soccer game. Like if we added extra time here, they'd be adding like 4 minutes. There's been LeBron went down, Jeff Green went down, Draymond Green got fucking teed up, walked around the court for about a minute and a half. I mean, normally, guys, this game supposedly started at 9 o'clock. Here we are right now. We're 10 minutes into the program, and we're not even at the half yet. So Babano will join us in about 20 minutes time.
Very good. Very good.
You know something? Nothing for you. Come back 1 year.
Next. No soup for you. Babano. Yeah, like, can you motherfucking believe that? We can discuss this, but I don't want to get Babano going this evening. We'll focus on sports with Babano tonight, but he left. He left his post mid-interview to answer the door because his dog was barking. It really didn't make any sense. I'm not really sure he's telling us the truth, to be honest. $58-49. 27 seconds remaining. And LeBron James misses his 13th fucking layup of the night. Fuck, he's missed a lot of shots tonight. Of course, because I have a prop on him. I need him to motherfucking score. Remember, guys, on Sunday night, I lost 5 props by half a point. No exaggeration. Every single one of them. One of them I lost by the LeBron one. I lost by 4 points, the 55. Kevin Durant hits a 3. Ooh, that was a big shot with 0.8 seconds left. Big difference between a 6-point game and a 9-point game. Yeah, we'll worry about that after because you know what we've got right here, boys. Cleveland Cavaliers first half.
Triborg wins.
Triborg wins, motherfuckers. Triborg wins. All right, so first half play in the books. First half play. It's nice. Gotta love those first half bets, huh? Should have played the first quarter one as well, actually. I didn't want to get overly greedy. It's, it goes against my nature fucking pulling for the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight, I got to tell you. But I think it's pretty much case in point that I don't bet with my heart. I call it like I see it. It really is unbelievable how many layups LeBron has missed, though. Probably about 5, maybe 6. I'm scared to look at the prop here and the stats here. Listen, we can't complain. They're winning the game. We're on the Cleveland Cavaliers on the money line, too. So let's hit this motherfucking thing. So for the record, and like I stated, we gave our shows on the radio. We gave our picks on the radio show today. We motherfucking tweeted our picks out twice, and we posted them first to our VIPs on Patreon. So we've shared what we're on, but we were on the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first half. I got the Cleveland Cavaliers +4 in the game. I've got the Cleveland Cavaliers +150 on the money line. I've got the Cleveland Cavaliers team total over 106. I've got the game over 215. So that's my big 5 plays. And then I got a bunch of props. And it looks like the props are going down to motherfucking flames, man. Similar to my Oakland Athletic bet. That's why Drew Dickmeyer is a multimillionaire. And motherfuck me, man. I see the Chicago White Sox have just taken a 4-2 lead. Can we just get through a night where we could just sweep the board? Come on, man. Did the Colorado Rockies at least not blow the lead? Yeah, 6-3 Rockies. All right, we're on the Rockies. That's good. We had a parlay with the St. Louis Cardinals and the Angels. That's not too good. So for you degenerate gamblers, they're going to ask, what about the Angel game? What about the Angel game? Fuck. They're into the bottom of the first now, and they didn't score, so the line is like stupid crazy right now. It's minus 320. Otani's on the hill against Ian Kennedy, man. Ian Kennedy's motherfucking terrible, all right? Ian Kennedy is terrible, and here's another stat for you. You know, the Kansas City Royals, they've played 8 series this year on the road. So 8 series is on the road. They're 1-7 in game 3s on the road this year. So out of 8 games in the game 3 of a set on the road, they've only won once. They've got a terrible pitcher on the hill tonight. And you've got Otani going for the Angels. Is it too good to be true? Is it too obvious? I don't know, man. Old man Cologne's motherfucking winning 6-2 right now. Baseball is like betting. Baseball is like betting at a crooked fucking casino, where like the roulette ball bounces around. Remember the episode like the Flintstones? They go to the casino and they play. It's a snail. Fred's like, all right, I won, and then the snail moves over to. It's like, no, I didn't win. Fuck. So it was the Simpsons. Fuck. Which the Simpsons just is a ripoff of the Flintstones. Fuck. I think they ripped that scene off from fucking Fred. Everything begets something. The Flintstones is a ripoff of the Honeymooners. The Simpsons is a ripoff of the Flintstones. Sanford and Son and All in the Family are the same motherfucking show. Angry black dude, angry white dude. The Flintstones is a great show, Corrente. I don't know if you've seen it. Well, I'm sure you've seen it. What's up, big man? I'm sure you've seen it. But I grew up on the Flintstones, and I think it was a bad influence. Like pretty much like it shaped me as who I am. If you look at Fred Flintstone and what he did, except cheat on his wife, basically, he was a hustler and a scammer with everything. Like Fred Flintstone would always skip work. He'd skip work to go to baseball games. He's dressed up as a woman to go to a baseball game. He was a degenerate gambler that would lie about fucking gambling all the time. I'd never forget the episode when him and Barney went to the track and they won money. And Barney was like, geez, Fred, Betty and Wilma are going to be so excited that we just won all this money. And he's like, what are you, a stupid nincompoop? He's like, we're not telling our wives we just won this money at the track. He's like, they're going to want us to buy things. He's like, we're not telling anybody we won this money. And he goes, in fact, we're going to hide it under this rock. And that's the episode where they got robbed. That's it. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. And that was the moral of the story. You know, if Fred wasn't a lying, degenerate gambler and he just fucking admitted that he had the money, he would never ever hit it under a rock and he never would have gotten robbed. Look at the little, the Gazoo. They were always up to shenanigans with Gazoo. My life has been shaped by the Flintstones, Kevin Nash and the New World Order, and Jimmy the Greek and Pete Axel. No, I was never a bartender, but I actually did one of those tests. What Simpsons character are you? And I actually was Mo Sislak. It's like Mo Sislak says, yeah, if you want to make peace with him, invite him over to your house for a nice dinner and then stab him in the eye with a fork. This is actually one of my favorite t-shirts that I've got here. Homer Simpson, Thug Life. It's just too good, fuck. It's just too good. I have so many motherfucking clothes. I have so many clothes. I lose a lot of them. Shit, man. I was fucking pissed off. I didn't have this shirt for like motherfucking years. And I found it again. I was like, oh, I love this shirt. Homer Simpson, Thug Life, baby. No, but I am crusty. I'm crusty. I'm a cross between crusty and Mo, but I'm more crusty. Yeah, we could play that game, actually. Thank you, guys. We could play that game. What character is Babano on The Simpsons? Millhouse. I knew Millhouse was coming. You know who Babano is? No, you know who Babano is? Babano's the lawyer. Lenny. I think it's Lenny. Lenny's a good call. Babano and Lenny look the same. This is why Babano hates us, though, because somehow we always end up talking about him. What character is Babano? Cam is Barney. I went to dinner last night with Taylor Stevens and Sonny Vega and Cam. I'm sitting in fucking Boston Pizza, and I order grilled chicken tacos, and there's three of them. Fuck. So I eat. They're kind of the mini one, sort of whatever. So there's three of them. So I eat two of them, and I'm sitting there, and I'm not really talking much. They're all talking and stuff, and I'm sort of just looking out the window, thinking about things, and. Like, I stopped chewing for like 2 minutes, and fucking Cam's like, you going to eat that? And when we went in there, Cam didn't order any food. It's like, really? You're not going to eat anything? He's like, no, I'm not hungry. I don't want anything. And he gets all angry. We're like, really? You're not going to order anything? He's like, no, I don't want anything. He's like, I just need a beer. So he drinks 2 beers, and then he plows fucking Sonny's fucking pizza. And then, like I said, I wasn't, I'm just sort of, I'm eating. I put it down for a second. I look out the window. He's like, are you done with that? Are you done with that? Cam don't want these problems. Gabe's on to minus 150. Yeah, he did the exact same motherfucking thing at Shula's Joe's. No, I'm not going to eat anything. I'm good. You guys just order. Babano and Kevin order a bunch of chicken wings. Fucking Cam plows them and then tells them, you know what? He's like, you know what? Now I'm hungry. He goes, now let's order some wings. So this is what Cam eats their wings. Okay. They order wings. Cam, he plows through their wings like, oh, yeah, fucking right, man. Thanks. They're like, you want one? He's like, yeah. He fucking eats like fucking 9 of them. And then he's like, you know what? I need some fucking wings. Let's get some wings, man. So they order fucking like 40 more wings and shit. And Cam leaves. He gets up. Like 5 minutes later, he gets up and he's like, he looks at me, he goes, I gotta go. And he fucking walks out. And there. And the thing is, I was fucking, I just came back from the hospital and shit, man. I had chest issues. The doctor told me, you got to stop eating the way you eat and fucking do what you do. And I was already drunk, so I felt bad about that. So I'm fucking wasted. So they're like, have some wings, man. I'm like, no, I can't eat those things, man. Can't eat them. I'm just going to get drunk. Like, that's healthier. I didn't want to eat chicken wings as I'm drinking vodka. I'm like, no, man, I'm healthy. I'm drinking vodka. he fucking leaves. So, we do the radio show in my place. So Cam opens my fridge and I've got a ginger ale, a Canada Dry ginger ale sitting in the fridge, a nice ice fucking cold can. And he asked me, "Is that your ginger ale?" It's like, no, Cam, you're in my fucking kitchen, opening my fridge, asking if that's my ginger ale. So I just said, "You want the ginger ale? Fuck. Do you want the ginger ale?" This is, He's like, "Oh, I could really use it." So the other day he brought it up on the air about how hungry he is all the time when he comes here during the show and it's killing him. So I told him during the break, I said, "You know what you could do, Cam?" And he's like, What? I said, "You could eat fucking before the show, before you come here." But you imagine you open up someone's fridge. "Is this yours? Is this is this cool if I grab this? Is this yours?" It's like, I live alone. You're in my kitchen. You're in my fridge. Yeah, it's fucking mine. Is that yours? It's the way he said it. There's 20 people here. You know what I mean? There's 20. Whose is this? Whose ginger ale is this? Yeah, is this yours, Morency? Can I have this? Yeah, God bless him. Yeah, God bless him. Yeah, but Cam, he needs to pack some salmon sandwiches. Guys, I fucking bought some cheese the other day, some cheddar cheese. I fucking forgot it, and I left it out for 3 days. And he goes, "Oh, no, you can't throw that out." He ate it, fuck. He ate 3-day-old cheese that was fucking left out. All right, sorry. We fucking, this halftime flew by. LeBron James, 14 points. Wow. This is the first time that a team that LeBron James was on did not shoot a motherfucking free throw in the first half. Unbelievable. 58-54 right now. This shit's gonna pick up right now. Nice little quick pace out of the gate here in the second half. New total is 109 and 219 and a half. I think the way to attack this is the team totals. We're already on Cleveland Cavaliers over team total 106. New team total for the Cleveland Cavaliers is 110 and a half. Man, they're already at 61 right now, and we just started this thing. I'm loading up, man. I'm doubling up. And you know what? I say the Golden State Warriors get over 109 and a half. We came here to gamble, didn't we? If you're scared, fuck. Go to church. Oh, Warriors team total down to 108 and a half. Let's get in. What do you mean I don't have enough fucking funds? You talking about? Fuck? You guys fucking pay me for this bullshit or what? Oh, yeah, all right. I got a little carried away. But I'm still clicking. Both team totals over here. What are you fucking talking about? Fuck. There we go. 61-56. All right. We got a lot of action on this basketball game right now. Yeah, Cam is definitely Barney. I think Lenny is good for Babano. They both have the slick back hair. They both live alone. You know what, though? We'll make Babano feel very uncomfortable when he comes on. We'll tell him, like, listen, fuck, we think you're like Lenny, but we'll ask him, fuck, do you have any black friends? Like, what's the over-under? Do you think Babano, like, knows one black guy? Like, is there a Carl, like when Babano goes to the Soup Fest? When Babano goes to the Soup Fest, I can't believe that there's any brothers that are going to be caught dead at a Soup Fest. Babano's in a bowling league. I don't think there's any brothers in his bowling league. Yeah, they're all crackers at Ticat games. Yeah, you ever seen a Ticat fan? Come on, fuck. Oh, Nate Brooks, I didn't know. 0.5. Oh, fuck. Alex B. Smith. Son of a bitch. He's never met him, fuck. Teddy is principal skin. Jimmy the Bag is Bart. Jimmy the Bag is Bart, and fucking Loshak is Otto. The SBR Simpsons, fuck. Jimmy the Bag, Bart Simpson. Gabriel Morency. Krusty the Clown. Otto. Peter Loshak. You can't tell me. You motherfucking can't tell me that motherfucking Loshak's not Otto. And Jimmy the Bag is Bart Simpson. Fuck. Jimmy the Bag is Bart Simpson. Don't have a cow, man. Who's Sonny Vega? Sonny Vega is like that bald bully guy. Fuck. Curly. Sonny Nelson. Yeah. Mick is fucking Kearney. That's the guy, Kearney, the bald bully guy. That's Sonny Vega. No. I think Big Man on campus is Nelson Muntz. Fuck. Big Man's always hating on people, laughing on people on Twitter. No, it's not. Stop. Mick is fucking groundskeeper Willie. That's a slam dunk. It's not debatable, that one. Yeah, Clam Chowder's Bumblebee Man. Yeah, Big Man on campus is Nelson Muntz. Camp Blue is Fat Tony. This might be the coolest game I've ever come up with. Fuck. You know, I should have really saved this for like a slow summer night, man. We got the NBA Finals going on here. This is some you're getting some A level material here, fuck. Donnie right side is right here, Wolfcastle. Bruce Chad is Lisa. Tim Anderson's Flanders. We have our Flanders. Alex Smith is Dr. Hipper. Oh, he's fucking Carl, man. He's Carl, fuck. He's Carl. You know what? Kyle Hamburg's actually the bald bully, fuck. Kyle Hamburg is Kearney. You know who Bruce Chad is? Fuck, Bruce Chad is fucking Jimbo. Look, that's Bruce Chad's Jimbo. He's Jimbo. Bruce Chad is Jimbo. Bruce Chad is fucking Jimbo. Hey, you know, Bruce Chad like watches soap operas during the day and shit like Jimbo. Fuck. Feinberg is Chief Wick. Of course, Judge hits a 2-run home run. I'm on the Blue Jays. Fuck Family Guy. The Wicked Wednesday NBA Final Edition, starring the Soup Nazi, Babano, a.k.a. Lenny. NBA Finals in-game, Stanley Cup, CFL, NFL win totals, and more. Live from Hamilton, Ontario. Babano.
What an intro.
How you doing, Babano?
It's a great intro. I love the new intros you're doing here. You're getting some musical interludes going for every guest. Love it.
Yeah, that's right, Babano. So you're joining us. We're going to put you right into the hot seat right out of the gate. I don't know if you've been tuning into the show at all here, Babano, but we've been playing what character is each a Simpson. See, I got a Homer shirt on here. We haven't actually got a Homer yet.
I caught the very tail end of that conversation, and you make a good point about why is this a topic of conversation in NBA Finals games. This is like a July-August show kind of thing, but that's okay.
Because it was just too funny. It was just too good. So, of course we have to ask, so which Simpsons character would you consider yourself to be?
Oh, what would I consider myself to be? Oh, fuck. Jeez, I'd have to think about that for a second.
I'm not asking you your fucking thoughts on fucking religion here, but it's the Simpsons. Have you ever seen The Simpsons before?
I have, but I'm trying to pinpoint a character that would resemble me, sound like me, act like me, talk like me. That's not always easy to do. Everybody says I'm not easy to impersonate from a voice perspective, from a mannerism standpoint. So it's hard to pinpoint and matriculate one character to me in another show.
Yeah, the way that you've just answered this, fucking Jazz just nailed it. He's Martin Prince. Yeah, it's Martin Prince.
Martin Prince.
Oh, Troy McClure. Troy McClure is slick. Brooks is Troy McClure. Fuck. Brooks is Troy McClure. I can't believe we don't have a Homer yet, though.
We don't have a Homer? What the hell's going on here? It's only the star of the show, the main character.
It's you know, it was a terrible answer, Babana, you gave us on this. You can't meticulate who represents you on the show. Like, it's a simple question. I'm not asking you how to perform open heart surgery. Okay, you watch The Simpsons, like.
Definitely, Martin doesn't fit with me. Martin doesn't fit.
I think,
I could look pass for looking like Smithers like 20 years ago when I had glasses, but I don't have glasses anymore. That's the only thing that I could mildly consider myself being somewhat like from The Simpsons.
now we thought some of us said Lenny as well, but Lenny has a.
That's not bad, actually. That's not bad because now without the glasses, I kind of look like, yeah, it's not bad.
So are
You
you?
said that's kind of onto something. That would probably that probably would be as close as it gets for me.
So is Alex B. Smith your Carl then? Is it like Lenny and Carl? I asked too. Over under black people, black friends that you have, Babano. How many brothers are in the rotation?
Why do I get asked this question?
I can't imagine, because if you're Lenny, you have to have a Carl besides Alex B. Besides Alex B, because I can't imagine that any brother would be caught dead at a soup fest. So I'm sort of eliminating that. And you're in a bowling league, right?
Yeah, bowling leagues are open to black people. They can join the leagues. The last I checked.
Yeah,
and
but
believe it or not, we have had
are
black
they on
people
your
in the
team?
bowling leagues in the past that I've been
Are
at.
they on your team?
It's not a matter of being on the team. You make it sound like they can't be in the league at all. It's
No, I
crazy
didn't say
in
that.
that sense. Yeah.
I didn't say that. You're the one that awkwardly just asked that. You can't answer like any simple questions, Babano, without like getting uptight or like fucking sort of clamming up. Huh?
Yeah, uptight, out of
From
sight.
the Simpsons to a simple question too.
No, to be honest, Alex B. Smith I've met before and in Las Vegas, and I've hung with him. He's a great guy. Lots of fun. Black people, yeah, we have had black people before in bowling leagues I've been in the past. I've got a friend of mine that has a sister who has got a boyfriend that's black. So, you know, and I'm friends with him. He's a good guy. So, yeah, I know black people.
We're not saying that you're not. We're just wondering. Exactly.
I have black friends. Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay. Only.
I don't know why I'm getting. Do we ask Teddy this? Can we ask Big Man this? Can we ask other people this? Or is this a Babano question?
Big Man. Yeah, we know Big Man has.
Well, I know Big Man's obvious. That's an
Down at
obvious.
a barbershop every Friday night.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm sorry I asked. The only reason we asked, you're getting all defensive, is because it was very harmless. Because we said you were like Lenny. So I said, well, unlike Lenny, I don't think that Babano was hanging around with Carl. And that's how this started.
Well, anyway, Lenny's a good suggestion. I appreciate that. That's fine.
You're now locked in with Martin Prince. All right. Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's change the subject. Don't bring up the Soup Fest. People just can't get over the Soup Fest with that. Like,
hey, when I bring up a Hall of Fame marquee event like that, it's going to get a lot of the discussion after the fact.
I might have to come and do like a road rage for fucking the Soup Fest next week.
That would be funny. That would be hilarious, actually.
I jump in on these team totals, and suddenly nobody's motherfucking scoring. It's fucking getting a little bit concerning here, man. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
It's not too bad. It's the Golden State Warriors have outscored the Cavaliers right now 17-8.
It's called Golden State took Cleveland's best punch in the first half, and they're punching back, and now it's up to Cleveland to respond. That's what this is. Yeah.
Cleveland, they're such Cleveland have played very, very well, but it's hard to play at this tempo and this level for 48 minutes. But the Golden State Warriors really are the kingpins of the third quarter of a Babano. They're showing it here right now again.
They're doing it again. It's like clockwork. It's like wash, rinse, repeat. It has me asking myself every fucking time the third quarter starts, why didn't I take them before the third quarter started? And I didn't again. I have Cleveland plus 4.5. I didn't budge with that. I kept it.
Shoot that. Shoot it. You're wide open, Hill. Shoot the three.
There you go.
There it is. Holy crap. He hesitated, passed it to Love, and even Love's like, bro, he threw it back to him. He's like, shoot the ball. Fuck.
Kevin Durant got the friendly roll on the 3. Wow.
Yeah. All right. So all right, there's a little influx of points there. In-game total has just jumped up to 221.5. We'll get back to who people are in The Simpsons a little bit later on, but we've nailed this pretty good so far.
I personally said Smithers 20 years ago would be a dead ringer for me. Now Lenny's not a bad thought. Actually, that was a good suggestion. I didn't think of that. I'm stupid for not thinking of that one. Actually,
3 balls are now rating 72-72.
J.R. Smith's come to life. Why didn't he do this the other night? I thought we'd get a little anger from J.R. Smith after his blunder in game 1. Apparently saved it for tonight because he's back home. Exactly. Because everybody shoots better. The role players for Cleveland only fucking show up apparently at Quicken Loans at the Q. So I guess I should have expected that.
I'm tired of people talking about J.R. Smith and J.R. Smith. George Hill's the one who missed the fucking free throw. Kevin Love for 3, misses. Ooh, rebound. Thompson can't get it. Curry, here comes Steph Curry. Klay Thompson for 3. Drills.
And he'll make it because he doesn't make them when you need them from him, and he makes them.
Been motherfucking clutch for them. And the last.
Hey, game 2, it was great.
Most of the playoffs, he was kind of just sort of, he wasn't great, but the last 3 games against Houston, he fucking saved their ass, man. Like that, even in game 7, it was fading, man. Klay Thompson saved them a couple of times against Houston and continuing in here. So the last, let's say 6 games or so, motherfucker's been really good, dude. He's averaging 22 points a game in the finals. You know, he's fucking bringing it. And listen, I ripped him a lot, but he was one of the few people. And holy shit, Golden State are flicking the switch. They're up by 5.
25-14 third quarter right now for Golden State. So they're out plus 11 here in the third. What else is new? Third quarter. I mean, it's Kerr. It's getting the rotations right. They flip a switch. They get re-engaged. They crank up the intensity level big time. That's what they've done repeatedly.
Kerr for the adjustment. And secondly, I don't know, but man, they're so good. It's almost like subconsciously they spot you a lead. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They can't, it's sort of, I talk about it with Alabama when we talk about like why I like in Louisville in week 1, actually. See, we can connect all the dots. Like in Louisville in week 1, Nick Saban doesn't care about covering games like that. He doesn't cover those non-conference games when he's laying 1 million points. And I heard him say, I read an interview with him, or I saw an interview with him when he was talking about he can't like get crazy with his players every fucking minute of every game.
No.
He goes, I got to pick my spots for big games. And, he goes, sometimes, I can't. And he goes, I can't be crazy every day in practice either. So basically he was saying, when they play against a Colorado State or a Fresno State or something, it's a little easier. It's less tense than it is if they're playing LSU or they're playing, Texas A&M or whoever the hell else in the conference. So it's sort of like the Warriors. They've played so many fucking games, dude. 4 years in a row in the finals now. Think of all the basketball they played. Even LeBron James, you got to give credit for LeBron for that. All those extra games, Babano, they can't go crazy. So it's almost like, I think the best example, the Golden State Warriors now, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather used to sort of look pedestrian, dude. Even when he fought Conor McGregor, people in his 3rd round were like, oh my God, Conor's connecting with him. Floyd never gave a shit until like the 7th round of a fight, and then he would just flick the switch and fuck you up. He'd sort of let you gas out. That Golden State are toying with people now. That's what it looks like to me.
When you got what, 3 all-stars on the team, when you've got 4, when you've got all the talent in the world you could imagine for any situation, you're going to have
Steph Curry.
Yeah, he's walking off on his own power, though. It doesn't look like it's going to be anything too serious here. He'll be back. That's nothing to really concern yourself about. He's got weight on both knees, both legs. He'll be fine. He'll be back. Sure looks like it anyway.
Steph Curry going into the Golden State locker room. Yeah, no one saw an injury. It doesn't appear that he's injured. It could be, as Mike Breen just stated, a bathroom break, as inauspicious as that.
Yep, it could just be, yeah. Nature calls in the middle of a third quarter of game 3 of the finals.
Yeah, he's going to be on the bench for the next 2 minutes anyways. He could just go to the bathroom, exactly. Exactly, Ken Peacock. Oh, yeah, Floyd Mayweather totally carried McGregor. Fuck. McGregor looked terrible in that fight. People said, oh, after he looked good. He looked terrible. Floyd even basically telegraphed it. He motherfucking telegraphed it when he said it's entertainment. And he even let it slip. He goes, nobody's paying big money to come here to see me knock him out in the first round. Right? So, Floyd carried it, fuck. God knows what he did for betting purposes as well.
Well, in terms of game 2 of this NBA Finals, what can you possibly expect Cleveland to do in that basketball game when it finally got out of hand for Golden State? When you've got Klay Thompson with 20 points, Kevin Durant can't miss a shot going into the lane, into the painted area. He's making shots as well from the perimeter in addition to that. So you got Thompson going off. You've got Durant having a big game. And then you've got Steph Curry setting a record for 3-point shots made in an NBA Finals game with 9. When that kind of outbreak happens offensively for Golden State, I don't care what Cleveland or any team known to man tries to do on the other side. You can't beat them, and you're not going to cover. And we saw that in game 2 with the Cavs.
Well, I need them to cover tonight. 79-78, 2.5 minutes remaining in this game. Unfortunately, we're getting fucking screwed over, though. Fuck me, man. Fucking really getting killed here in baseball. I did win the Colorado Rocky game, but I'm on the Blue Jays. Painful beat here, in the 13th fucking inning. That sucks. The Minnesota Twins are somehow losing to the White Sox. God bless Cam Stewart. He keeps taking the White Sox. They keep fucking winning. I'm on Oakland Athletics. That's a loss. You're like, fuck, I'm 1-3 in baseball, man. Like, fuck, man, shit pisses me off.
I understand looking for value, but it's hard to do it these days with teams like the White Sox, teams like the Orioles, when the Orioles aren't playing a team like the Mets, that is, yeah.
And the second leg of the doubleheader, well, the old adage, Babano, even the fucking shittiest teams in baseball win 65 times, right? And if you're getting them a plus 180, look, last night he took them. They were like plus 180, plus 185 in the second leg of the doubleheader. They won. Today, I think, what were they? Plus 170 or something?
Yep.
I'm telling you, everyone in the fantasy world fucking loaded up on Minnesota Twin players today. Baseball, man, it could be a frustrating sport to bet on. That's why I try not to bet too big of units on it.
Yeah, I can, because I was running extremely strong through most of May in baseball, and we've gotten to the last week and a half, and I think I'm like, for official releases, something like 2-7 in the last 9. It's not been a pretty run, and that's baseball. That's what's going to happen in the course of a long season. There's going to be droughts. There's going to be slumps. There's going to be skids. You got to be able to just work through them.
9-2 after, like you said.
No, it is. That's baseball. Though sometimes you're gonna handicap a game to occur a certain way, and the polar opposite's going to happen. And it's just you chalk it up to, hey, this guy had it this night. This guy's been getting lit up like a Christmas tree, and all of a sudden he's pitching a 7 innings, 2-hit shutout ball. What can I do? Not much.
Baseball betting is very, very similar to baseball players themselves. Like a baseball player can go 4 for 4 one night and fucking crush it. 2 home runs, 4 for 4, 5 for 5, 2 home runs, fucking 6 RBIs. And the next day they can go 0 for 4. Look at a great example. Look at Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge can strike out 5 times in one game, 7 times combined in a fucking doubleheader in one afternoon. He struck out 7 times in one day somehow. Did you know that Yogi Berra struck out 12 times in an entire year?
I know. Amazing for that.
So, actually, excuse me. It was Tony Gwynn struck out 12 times in a year. It was Yogi Berra struck out 7 times. So, Aaron Judge struck out as many times in one afternoon in a doubleheader than Yogi Berra did all motherfucking year before. And then, look, he just clubbed a 2-run fucking shot. Like, it really is. There's such a fine line in between failure and success in life, but in gambling and baseball as well. With the whole new BABIP, the BABIP stat about, the ball is hit, it's in play, but you don't get any luck when it's in play. It really is crazy how luck and the randomness comes into play in baseball.
Yeah, and people are way more free swingers now, too, than they used to be as well. And you got the Stantons that'll swing and hack out there at sometimes. Aaron Judge will do that.
Everybody's a free swinger now.
How about Mark Reynolds? We've seen Mark Reynolds in Major League Baseball, who's made his career out of hacking away and free swinging and either feast or famine type of baseball at the plate, home run or strikeout, nothing in between. Mark Reynolds has been that kind of guy. There's a bunch of those guys. You're either going to hit the ball over the fence or they're going to be sitting down in the dugout after 3 strikes.
It's kind of ruined the game, to be honest. It's a big problem. They're concerned now, and they're going to probably lower the mound, guys. They're going to lower the mound more. Now, the mound used to be higher. Now they lowered it, and it did create more offense. And because it's an advantage for the pitcher if he has a height advantage, right? If he's pitching down at you. So they want to do it again to give the hitters more of an advantage, but because there's no balls in play anymore. Like baseball is setting a record right now. There's way more than there's ever been in the history of the game. Less balls in play. Like more at-bats are ending, like Babana just said. They end in either a home run or a strikeout, essentially. Because everyone swings for the fence. Everyone's throwing at fucking 97 miles an hour. And the thing is, Babano, too, is the players make more money by hitting home runs, right? You hit a bunch of singles, that doesn't get you the monster contract. So everybody swings for the fences for monetary purposes as well. And it sort of ruined the nuance of baseball right now, at least because, like we said, everything's a strikeout or a fucking home run now.
Way more than it used to be. You're right. Balls in play are not as in common. Look at last night's game. The Orioles played the Mets last night. You could have sworn it was Sandy Koufax impersonating Jason Vargas last night. Or Roy Halladay impersonating Alex Cobb last night.
I don't know who
Cobb and Vargas were the two starters. These guys don't strike out guys, Gabe, normally. And they're striking out guys left and right last night. Nobody's showing patience. Everybody's up there hacking. Everybody's up there swinging away freely. Take a pitch, please. Work the count. Try to see if you can get the guy off his premier pitch in his arsenal and try to get on base and work his pitch count. Everybody's lost that art and everybody's impatient. We're living in an impatient era, and it's carrying over to the hitters now when they're in the batter's box. I really believe it.
All right, so we're going into the fourth quarter right now. It's 83-81. They put up 54 combined points in the third quarter. Golden State wins the third quarter of play, 31-23, 83-81 right now. Going into the fourth quarter, the Golden State Warriors are minus 3.5 points favorites right now. So we're pretty much right back to where the closing tip was. The Warriors are minus 210 on the money line. Cavaliers are plus 170 on the money line. The over-under is 218.5. Team totals, which we fucking loaded up on both of them. Holy motherfuck. The Cleveland Cavalier team total is starting to get a little bit worrisome. I got over 106 and an over 109.5. I've got an over 109.5, of course, on the Golden State Warriors. Their team total right now is 111.5. Fuck yeah. I need
if you're really
I need 25 points for a push in the fourth quarter from Golden State here, from Cleveland here.
It's going to be close because the in-game total is it's 218.5. I'm seeing
fall
right
behind,
now.
I'm pretty confident we're going to get it. I'm not in a panic mode, but if we fall behind, if Golden State gets a lead, it'll actually help Cleveland a bit. They'll be even forced to play from behind. The total should get there, Babano, still.
It should. We've got the chance for a late game, and we didn't have a close game in game 2, had one in game 1. You could get fouls late. You could get those scramble points you need. So you got to look at that as a possibility.
Well, it's not like neither team really plays half court offense.
Yep.
Right. Golden State offense, they want to shoot threes, and Cleveland have a shitty fucking half court game. Cleveland need to push it as well. So I would expect this to get there. Watch it just totally hit the wall now.
We're looking at 20. Yeah, we're looking at 21, 11, and 7 right now for LeBron James. 21 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. So he's at 39. And I need 57 out of him for that prop. Over 56.5 rebounds, points, and assists. He's at 37 right now.
Yeah, I'm on the same prop.
Or 39, I should say, yep.
Yeah, he's got 21 points, 7 rebounds, so he's at 39 right now. Yeah, fuck. We're in a little bit of trouble, Beto.
I know, it's close.
You know what?
He's going to need a big fourth here. He's going to need it. Where are you here? Great,
the triple-double.
Say the greatest of all time. Let's get going here.
The triple-double was the bet at plus 170. He's fucking 3 rebounds away from that. You know what it is? We should be right now, Babano, at like fucking 48 or something. he's missed like 4 or 5 seriously easy putbacks and layups for some reason tonight.
He has. You're not kidding there. He's missed a bunch of, close range, right near the rim type of shots that, he's usually going to make. He missed a dunk, for crying out loud. I saw in the second quarter, and you don't see that very often from LeBron James.
I don't think he shot a motherfucking free throw all night either. How's that possible?
He's been at the line, but not much. Not 1 for 1. There we go.
Yeah,
It was on an and one. Yep. Free throws made 1, attempted 1.
It was the first time in his career that a LeBron James team didn't have a free throw attempt in the first half of a playoff game. The night that I bet on over 7.5 free throw fucking makes for him.
Yeah.
First time in his career. Like, I don't know. I should have stopped betting props. Fuck. That's the moral of the story.
Where are
LeBron,
these?
come on, go in. Air ball. Fuck. Barely hit. Great, good shot, LeBron.
What does the NBA want out of this series? Do they want a longer series? Because if they want a longer series, I've got to ask myself, where are these fuckheads for LeBron here? Scott Foster and Tony Brothers. Why am I not seeing them out there? I thought for sure they'd get assigned this game. They're the ones that give LeBron every call.
Larry Nance.
Sure, I see them.
This is like the 3rd time in a row that Larry Nance is fucking cool as fuck. Like, he keeps getting fucking beat. Like, this can't happen. Look at that.
Terrible defense.
It happened earlier. He keeps on, like, leaving his fucking post, man.
I think he's getting sucked up to the perimeter there. Stay in the painted area, for goodness sake.
It's not just him. Like,
protect the rim. Yeah.
no, but it's not just him, man. Like, Cleveland, their whole fucking problem. They've had a problem. Like, they're a shitty defensive team. These guys don't know each other, right? Like, they threw this team together. There's no, like, on the pick and rolls and the switchovers, there's no communication with these guys.
Nope.
Like, they don't, I mean, like, Nance is like, I don't know, and he even looked confused after. Or LeBron got a rebound there, at least. All right, come on. If he hits this, that's an assist.
Nope. Travel.
Oh, fuck. What are you doing, Corver? Corver, like, literally, you're the definition of you've got one fucking job, bro.
You're a catch and shoot 3-point shot. You're a catch and shoot 3-point shooter. Catch and shoot. You don't need to travel or dribble. Shoot the thing.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Babano. Exactly. He's got one fucking job. Like, I don't understand why he just doesn't like it. Fucking pull it. LeBron, stop passing the ball so much. Fuck. Start taking it to the rack.
Yeah.
LeBron's got to start getting more aggressive on his own. Fuck. There you go.
Hey, he can pile up the points like in a split second if he's going to start taking it to that basket, and I think he knows he might start to have to do that. He's given Kyle Korvers of the world and J.R. Smiths of the world a chance to. He's a willing and able passer tonight, LeBron. I mean, he has been. He's trying to get his teammates going. He knows they shoot better, they play better at home. He's trying to make sure that they're difference makers, but I think at some point he's going to go into takeover mode here, especially if they're still trailing as this fourth quarter goes along. He's going to have to. You give the ball to Kyle Korver there, just catch and shoot. You don't have to put the ball down on the floor, dribble again, and then risk that happening to travel.
LeBron at the free throw line. I don't know. Maybe if fucking LeBron gets fucking really, really aggressive, we can get 1 million free throw attempts from him here down the stretch. He hit them both there, so that's
there. You go, another LeBron rebound. That's good.
This could be an assist here too. Yep.
Rodney Hood finishes.
That's what you need, man. That's what's nice. He noticed, so he got the rebound and he passed it to Hood, and Hood scored. Unfortunately, we don't get the hockey assist. You've got to.
You got to be the primary assist. Yep.
There's only one touch. Yeah. NBA players in a players union have actually argued to fucking go the hockey rule, which I could actually live with. But really, the argument against them is that it's a stat ploy from the players. Like the owners and everyone's like, no, you guys just want to do like hockey does with 2 assists, so you pad your fucking stats so you can bitch for more money after. Yet they're saying, why? It's the same fucking thing. There's 5 guys here. There's 5 forwards, 5 guys here. I think they should keep it the way it is. An assist in basketball, if you pass it to someone and they pass it to someone, you shouldn't get the assist. I think they got it right the way that it is.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well for us on that last play there, having LeBron with his assists over, but it's the right thing to do. You should only get the assist if you are the guy that delivers the basketball to the person that puts it in. Totally agree with that.
Mangler,
Yeah.
that's not a bad idea, Mangler. Half an assist, like half a sack. That's not bad. I can live with that because a guy deserves credit for being part of the play. That's a good idea, Mangler, actually. I'll give you credit for that, bro. Like, that's a good idea.
That's like a half sack in football, right? They give you half sacks, right?
Yeah.
Yep. If you combine with someone on one, yep.
No, but hockey, Jazz, is a little different. And basketball, hockey's different. The 2 assists, guys, a tic-tac-toe play is one of the lost arts and beautiful things of hockey. A tic-tac-toe play is 3 players, right? You can't just, you know what I mean? Holy fuck. Shit's falling apart for Cleveland here. They got to start fucking Golden State's got that killer instinct that they don't.
I'll give Rodney Hood credit. He's putting together a nice little stretch tonight. He's played some good basketball for them.
They should have got him in earlier.
Yeah.
Like fucking a week. Like they should have. It's on Hood too. I mean, you remember, Ben, he refused to go in against the Raptors.
Durant's just killing them right now. Durant's got 38 points now for the game.
I know. The Durant that needs another team to win, the same guy that's carrying this team. Exactly. All right, come on, LeBron. It's weird cheering for them, fuck. But
They swarmed Green, and you got.
Oh, lucky that didn't go in.
92-90. It's slowing down
Get
too.
the ball to LeBron and get the fuck out of his way, everyone. There you go.
Oh man, wouldn't go, but he'll go to the line. But the going to the line is no guarantee. He's got to make them, and we know that's not a cinch for LeBron all the time.
Kevin Durant is without a doubt by far the second best player in the NBA after LeBron James. I'm not getting into the LeBron James argument again about past players, but
yeah, I'm sick of hearing it too.
If we're talking about who's the best player in the NBA and he misses, come on, LeBron. If we're talking about who the best player in the NBA is after LeBron James, who's the second best player in the NBA, there's no disputing that it's Kevin Durant.
Today in the NBA, you got to go Durant. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even, and in a couple of years, like, well, it's one more year in his contract. Like I said, after LeBron, he's the mega fucking man here. And you know what? If I don't think Kevin Durant really gives a shit about legacy, though, in a sense, but Kevin Durant has this knock against them here in Golden State because we went there, even though he was the MVP fucking P of the finals and shit. And look, he's the fucking man for them whenever the shit hits the fan. But for his legacy to really be complete, he almost needs to do what LeBron does and go play and win somewhere else. Like if Kevin Durant was the man and went somewhere else and won, then people would really have to shut the fuck up about him. But I'm telling you, imagine if Kevin Durant and LeBron played together, which they are very, very good friends too.
That would be.
Yeah,
they would need more than the two of them.
Talks about very much.
There we go. Rebound for LeBron.
Yeah.
It's time. It's go time for him right now. This is 7 minutes to go.
Take it to the rack.
Down by 1.
Passing it. LeBron's a ball hog usually in these spots lately.
Unbelievable.
Now he's not suddenly.
And Tristan can't put the damn thing in.
LeBron, you can't trust these guys right now, bro. Like this is it. If you're Michael Jordan, this is when Jordan used to step up and take over. Stop passing it, fuck. Like Kobe Bryant wouldn't be passing the ball now. Come on, fuck.
Yeah, they'll give Draymond Green the corner 3 all day. He's just not been hitting that with any sort of reliability or consistency.
Triple-double LeBron props, plus 170. Fuck, I should have got in on that. I don't know how he's going to have a triple-double and we're not going to hit this fucking
That's it. That's it there, number 23. That's what you got to do. Use that combination of strength, physicality, speed.
Up 93-92. Oh, they come right back, though. We got a good basketball game here.
We do.
94-93, 6:05 remaining.
I'm hearing Bet365 going off in my headset ears. Da 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 da. 'Cause it's
Sorry,
time
in
out.
the background there. I got mute on, so I hate that fucking thing. So I turn it down. Like you said, the goal sound on Bet365 is the worst if you don't want the goal. Like if you're on the team, then hey, it's great. It's like, yeah, they scored. The old do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I know that well.
Oh yeah, the crowd noise.
LeBron's now got 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists.
It's getting there slowly. It's a grind. It's a slow climb, but
48.
yep.
That was a big jump, man. That's not bad. So we're at 48.
9. Give us 9. Yep. I have 56.5, so 9 will do it.
You figure that he scores what? You figure that he does score 9 points.
He's got it. But there's 6 minutes to go. It's a close game.
He scores at least 6 to 8 points. He has to fucking start taking shots on his own here.
Yeah. I don't usually go heavy on props, Gabe. You leave that to you. But I was hell bent on saying I got to get in on some LeBron props tonight because he's got to be the difference.
Heavy, but fuck, dude, if I went 0-5 the other night, I'd lose like fuck. They add up, even if they're not like they're heavy enough. But football, I'll go heavy with that. Like we've talked about it. Like football, I'll sort of like let's say I have $3,000 to play with on a Sunday afternoon. I go into like 1 o'clock. I have $3,000 in my account. I'll play like fucking 1,500 on games, then 1,500 on props. Like NFL, I split it in half. But basketball, it's basketball's a little different. They're sort of more sprinkle style bets,
And let's be honest, I'm sort of taking my bankroll's fate into my own hands, betting some of these NBA Finals props over because I rarely bet under props. A lot of people rarely bet under props, and these are always padded heavily toward the over, especially LeBron James and Steph Curry and Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson. And, the odds makers know what the bettors want to do. The public, Joe Public's not coming into the South Point and betting unders left and right. They want overs. Yep.
The props, Beto, it's not even, it's not like fucking Sonny Vaccaro is setting these numbers or anything. We're fighting computers. And these motherfucking teams have played fucking now 122 games or 107 games each this year. These two teams have played against each other so many times. The computer algorithm is just motherfucking bang the fuck on, bro. You know what I mean? It just is fuck.
Yeah, I mean, they can prognosticate. They've got 1,000 simulations that are run prior to all these lines being set, and they can basically get a fairly accurate gauge and assessment. First of all, they have the season-long data from what's actually transpired, but then they run all these simulation programs of what they anticipate is going to happen in the next game with the data they've collected, and you combine the two, and for the most part with the props at this time of year, they're going to get a very close to accurate number for a lot of these props because of all of that info they've got.
Football props sharpen up too. Like my long field goal prop, the start of the year, you'll get 43.5-yard field goals, 44.5-yard field goals, and the weather's good early in the year. The weather's bad later in the year, and suddenly every fucking long field goal prop is 46.5 and shit, 47.5, because they get tired of losing on it. To win on props, you got to attack early in the season in the NFL. We'll get to the NFL after. 5.5 minutes left in this game, 94-93. LeBron.
I gave it away. Turnover.
Oh, you fucking really? Oh, fuck LeBron. Of all nights he's going to choke, it's going to be when I have a lot of money on him, man. This is just great. Fuck.
Lots of time left. I'm staying Peter positive here. Durant's got it now. Passes out. Iguodala, another pass out. Thompson drives. Puts it up. No good. Rebound Tristan. LeBron's got it.
Right, but we don't need to play-by-play here.
I know. All right, now
your hockey play-by-play skills are a little bit better.
Yep.
Come on, LeBron. He misses again. Fuck. How many motherfucking shots is this motherfucker gonna miss, man?
It's not been his night for finishing around the rim, which is hard to believe because he's had no problem doing that in the past. Here he goes again. No foul on Curry.
Jeff Van Gundy just says, LeBron James hasn't been great tonight. He needs to be great right now. I know. He keeps passing the ball up. And look, like you really, like LeBron, you want Rodney Hood doing this or you want to do this? Look at this. Your teammates can't even catch the ball.
Yeah, there's something going on, I think. He's just hanging around back there.
Well, whatever.
A circus there down by the rim.
He's not Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? The last night Big Man on Camp said, this is supposedly the best clutch player ever. Fuck. The best player clutch ever. Keeps passing the ball to Tristan Thompson and Rodney Hood in the paint and shit. It's like time to man up, LeBron. I know you keep missing fucking shots, but you got to keep shooting.
But now he's going to go to the line and got to make your FTs here. Need some of those FTs. Let's go. Got to make them. Not that they're going to win the series tonight anyway, obviously, even if they win this game. But gee, you're looking at El Sweepo, 1-2-3 Cancun, Cleveland, if you don't win tonight.
94-94.
Could get bailed out by overtime. That's always a last resort. If the props come up just a little short after regulation, overtime could get you there.
The total's not going to hit in this game. It's fucking slowing down. It's too close now. It's going to be a sweat job, man.
Oh yeah, the total's completely and utterly bogged down. It's 189 now with 4 minutes left.
It depends if one team gets up.
What a shot by Durant! Wow, that's a great. Wow, can't do much better than that. That's fantastic. Jeez.
All right, LeBron. You call yourself the greatest and the king and shit, bro. This is it. You're on your home motherfucking court. How about taking it to the rack? Stop passing the ball. Fuck.
Yep, the king in his court. Let's see it.
Look, even his teammate gives it right back. They're like, bro, it's you. Oh, no, I guess he doesn't want it. No, good shit, LeBron. LeBron's pussying out here. LeBron's pussying out. He doesn't want to take the shots because he's not hitting them. So he's like, oh, I'll pass it to anyone else. Guys, this is an NBA Finals game, and in the last 3 minutes, LeBron's like taking one shot. Every time he passes it. Like, just take it to the rack now, LeBron. Run hard to the rack. Great shit. He takes some fucking...
Oh, he's fortunate. Golden State bobbled. Durant couldn't corral the basketball out of bounds.
LeBron is like costing me so much money right now, and he's going to cost the Cavs the game by pussying out. Unbelievable, fuck. It's been like 3.5 minutes that he refuses to shoot. I don't want to hear this bullshit about how he's keeping his teammates involved, fuck. It's not keeping your teammates involved. They don't pay you, bro, fucking $30 million a year to pass the ball to Tristan Thompson with 3 minutes left, fuck. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is, yeah, he's the greatest player of all time. Yeah. This is, yeah, okay. Really? Fucking really?
This is the roughest night I've seen out of LeBron in a while. Shooting the ball. I mean, he's doing a good job passing and that, but you're right. Shooting the ball's not been his greatest. Let me see his percentage here as I bring it up. What are we looking at for LeBron shooting wise? Like, I'm sure he's not shooting a great percentage tonight. Let's see. He's at 11 of 25 tonight.
It's not, you know what? It's not.
It's actually not a terrible percentage.
He's missed a lot of easy shots, but
yep.
It's the fact that for the last 6 minutes, like since the 6-minute mark, he's like tapped out. It's bizarro world. Like, he doesn't take it to the rack. He hasn't shot. He shot fucking 2 3-point shots in the last 6 minutes. One of them barely grazed the rim. And the last one, he just shot from nearly half court. There was a terrible fucking shot that led to a fucking basket after. So, I don't know what the fuck. I mean, whatever. I never said he was the greatest fucking player of all time. It was just, what a night for him to fucking pull a fucking puss-ass bitch move like this when I got the team total over and I have money on them. What a train.
Someone I know really liked Curry under points tonight. That was a good one. He's at 4 points tonight. You knew there had to be some kind of crash after that Game 2 performance. 1 of 14.
That's crazy.
0 of 9 from 3 for Steph Curry and 4 points and a -7 plus
He
minus.
deserves to be called out for that too, but my problem is LeBron because I got money on him right now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Curry deserves to be called out for this piss poor performance.
That's a good point. Everybody,
Like if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers, how are you not winning this game? Yeah, Klay Thompson has 10 points. Steph Curry has 4. If I told you before the game that Klay Thompson and Steph Curry will be held to 14 points with 3 minutes left, Cleveland should be up, shouldn't they? Like
you would think Cleveland's odds of winning and covering should be pretty darn strong when you see that. Pretty fucking strong. I mean, look at these numbers for Curry. I mean, just atrocious tonight. Hey, it's adding fuel to the fire. I watched some of that last night. If Steph Curry's not making threes, what's he doing out there to help his team win? Is he facilitating? Well, what's he got for? Okay, he's got 5 assists. That's okay, but it's not great. But the problem is I don't see Curry making enough great passing plays. I find if he's not hitting threes, his value to his team diminishes, and it diminishes significantly. And we're seeing it tonight.
Yeah, we could also see him bury a fucking 3 though before this game is over.
That's all it takes. All he has to do is somehow get off the schneid, get an open look, make one, nobody around him, and all of a sudden, Golden State could be up 3-0 in this series. All it's going to take is one of those makes from Curry, and we know he's got it in him. Tonight, does he have it in him? That's the question. So far, he hasn't had it in him.
Yeah, this is fucking frustrating. Our team total was sailing over in the second half. This is bullshit. Fuck. This is going to be a fucking train wreck disaster here.
This is Kevin Durant show. I mean, for the Warriors tonight, 40 points. He's been absolutely marvelous. 14 of 22 from the field, 5 of 8 from the 3-point line.
All right, here we go. Kevin, of course, LeBron gives it up right away to Kevin Love. Like LeBron just is going to refuse to shoot, I guess, right?
Well,
this is fucking pathetic from LeBron. It really fucking is, man. It's like it's not, and of course, after the game, everyone will blame fucking the teammates and LeBron can only do so much. He's tired and no. It's like, fuck. It's none of this. It's it, whatever. He fucking bitches out sometimes, and like I said, this is why it pissed me off. That's why I meant it last night when I said LeBron's not even Kobe Bryant. LeBron's a better athlete than those guys. He does more things. He rebounds, a bigger dude. He's a more dynamic player than Kobe and Jordan, but he's nowhere near the winner champion, like greatest all-time player than those guys are. It's not even close.
Well, you certainly can't deny it. Bigger
Michael
physical
Jordan was
specimen all around.
Here's
than
LeBron
Jordan.
James fucking passing the ball every 2 seconds.
All right, here we go. It's under 3 and you're down 1. At some point, you got to start taking your own shots a little bit more now. Pass again.
This isn't about the referees, guys. All right, Kevin Love. So I guess Kevin Love's got to be the fucking savior, and he turns it over.
Here's Curry, wide open look. He drilled it. How about that? We were just talking about that. Give him one opening, and he'll just.
What do you mean? We were just saying how shit he is. I was the one that said he would hit a shot.
There you go, a big one there. Down by 4. Okay, LeBron's got it.
Goes into we.
Yeah, all it takes is.
Like, he doesn't contribute anything. I said, but he can still just hit a big shot here. And then, of course, LeBron misses again.
There's a 3. God, that's huge.
Oh, he's the king.
That is huge.
Worship him again. Oh, he's so great. He reluctantly
what he's got to do?
Passing it 16 fucking times.
It's like that was his last resort almost there.
I know.
Like there's no other options. I've got to shoot now.
He has no confidence or something. I don't know what it is. He doesn't want to shoot.
Maybe it's just I'm having a tough night. I don't trust my
the NBA finals
shooting right now.
Just whatever. Oh, great defense, guys.
Man, the point spread's in jeopardy too. If you got plus 4.5, it's up for grabs. Anybody's point spread right now.
Everything's in jeopardy right now.
Props. The game goes to overtime.
LeBron James with the ball at the top of the key here. He's got Iguodala on him. LeBron, stop bitching out, man. You got to own this shit. You got Curry on you.
Curry on him. You got to own that matchup right now. What's he passing for?
Oh, yeah. Good shit, LeBron. Put Tristan Thompson in an impossible position under the basket, LeBron. Great shit, LeBron. That was a great decision that he just made. You're LeBron James under the basket, and you fucking pass the ball to Tristan Thompson, who's got 2 guys around him. who's a shitty offensive player. Great decision, LeBron James. Fuck, he's an idiot.
Well, that last da-da-da-da-da sound I heard is the people at Oracle Arena that might be watching this game right now after that latest Kevin Durant dagger three ball.
At least Kevin Durant, unlike LeBron James, could actually fucking take a shot and hit a shot in a big game. I just think it's comical, fuck. What a bitch fucking move by LeBron tonight. Totally just rolled over. It's like, I swear to God, you think the game's fixed, fuck. You'd think that LeBron James, like, fucking can't shoot. Or, like, I can't, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to win. LeBron James thinks it's a better idea to pass the ball to Tristan Thompson, to pass the ball to Rodney Hood. There was a point there where he passed the ball, fucking J.R. Smith took it and threw it right back at him. Right away. It was like, what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? I guess it's fucking LeBron gets the glory all the time, but when the shit hits the fan, right, he's got to, you know, it's the team that's got to step up. This is pathetic. You've made fucking Kevin Love shoot the ball. You've made Tristan Thompson try to make impossible shots under the basket. You refuse to fucking shoot the fucking ball, and now you're losing by 7 points. Great fucking job, LeBron James.
This is going to make my favorite moron, Skip Baseless, very happy because he's been adamant that Michael's better than LeBron, and he's just gonna go crazy now that LeBron's passing left and right here in these last couple minutes.
He'll be 3-6 in the finals, and these fucking people call him the best player ever. The best player ever. All right, yeah. He's the best player ever. Kevin Durant's fucking better than he is right now. So whatever, they'll pass it now up. LeBron will take a shitty 3 and miss, and then mope back.
What's he got in him here?
All right, so Love gives it right back to LeBron. It's on you, Bron. Take it. Surprised you didn't miss the layup, fuck.
Oh, Golden State it's like the parting of the Red Seas there. They just let LeBron have that layup. They're up 4 still. Just get a good shot here.
We're totally fucking screwed.
There's great defense there. There's no weak side defense there in the paint. No help.
108, 102.
Over help, I should say, on the outside. Nothing inside. What can you say, Gabe? It's just LeBron and not much around him. Love's been good. I'll give Love a little credit. Love's had a decent finals here.
It has nothing to do with the players around him. This is a LeBron James fucking choke job, bro.
And then you've got Golden State with 4 All-Stars. You know, Curry, Thompson, Durant, and Green. I mean, what are you going to do? You're outgunned. You're outmanned. You don't have the artillery they do. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to here if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm disappointed. Because I've actually been in awe and enamored with the way LeBron's played, especially these last few games. I've been extremely impressed. I've been singing his praises left and right. I'm a little disheartened right now because, you know, in this big spot, you're down 2-0 in the series at home, and deferring to the teammates as much as he did tonight at the end is hard to fathom. But, you know, he still actually put up 31 points. I mean, this is considered a horrendous game for LeBron James because he's passed so much here and late down the stretch in the fourth quarter. And yet here he is. What's his current stat line? 31 points, 11 assists,
holy shit,
11 rebounds. He's going to fall short.
All right, here it is. So 24 seconds left. LeBron's got the ball. Of course, passes it again. J.R. Smith for 3, short.
No wave the white flag
LeBron
now.
Basically just quits. Are you guys going to quit or are you going to foul? Fuck. LeBron James just basically is quit on Cleveland. Hasn't taken a shot, taken no ownership. Look at his body language, walking around like he doesn't give a shit. Well, I just lost a shitload of money, but at least fucking, I don't think anyone would be fucking dumb enough to try to fucking tell me that this guy's the greatest player of all fucking time. I guess he's the greatest player of all time 3 times out of 9 times when he had fucking Bosch and fucking Wade with him, right? What a fucking bitch, fucking overrated motherfucker, man.
That's tough. This is going to be, he's going to get questioned about it. These reporters are merciless. They're like hawks. They're like
merciless. They kissed his fucking ass. Who's
Yeah.
merciless with LeBron James?
So they're going to ask him. They're going to ask him, what was your thought process in the fourth quarter with passing out so much as you did? They'll get asked that. Someone will. That guy out in the Bay Area that was hounding LeBron about J.R. Smith at the end of game one, where he had his little man purse and walked out. He got so upset. That guy's there. I'm sure he's made the trip to Cleveland to cover this series for whatever news outlet or TV network he's with. He'll be the one, I would think, that might come after LeBron and say, why were you passing so much
All right,
in the fourth quarter?
I need this free throw to go in. I got a team total here. Golden State Warriors over 109.5. And unlike LeBron James, Steph Curry actually can deliver. Look at LeBron's body language at the end here. He totally quit. They were down by 4 and 3, and he quit. It's baffling. It's fucking baffling. Like, if LeBron James gave a shit in the last couple of minutes, maybe we could have covered the 4.
That's it. 110-102 final score. The LeBron props pretty much all go to die.
Yeah, we lose the total by 3 fucking points, which I blame LeBron James. I lose all those LeBron James props.
4.5. Yep. It's a shitty result. It's a really shitty result and a really shitty night for.
We hit the first half and we fucking hit the fucking Golden State team total here in the second half.
It looked like the performance tonight in that fourth quarter for LeBron of a guy I'm physically, emotionally, and mentally
look at this. LeBron
spent and done with Cleveland.
We've got over 55, over 56.5. He gets to 54. He gets to 54 in the end without even fucking shooting, without doing jack shit, without whatever. And I guess let the LeBron nut huggers come out now. Like I said last, let the fucking LeBron nut huggers come out and blame everyone else on the team right now. Tristan Thompson's got to make that fucking impossible shot that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wouldn't have made. Like, really? He put his fucking teammates in such bad positions in the stretch, down the stretch here. Here, JR, you take the shot. Tristan, you take the shot. Here, Rodney Hood, you take the shot. Anyone but me. Anyone but me. Got to the point where guys on the Cavaliers would get the ball and throw it right back to him. Fuck. What are you passing me the ball for? I'll never forget Charles Oakley when he was on the Toronto Raptors when Vince Carter fucking bitched out. And after Vince said, well, basketball's a team sport. And Charles Oakley, who knows what's up, said, yeah, well, some guys on the team make more money than other guys on the team. You know? LeBron, you don't get paid to pass the ball to these fucking stiffs at that fucking time. Like, I don't know. You bitched out. You tapped out. And whatever. It's not the first time. It's unfortunate that I know this guy's a fucking overrated motherfucker, and I actually bet on him tonight. At least I have money on the Warriors, but it's sickening that I just bet on and lost money on this guy, and he chokes like this on a night. Like, all I'm asking is you shoot the ball a little bit. Like, absolutely pathetic. Absolutely fucking pathetic. But if anything, like I said, at least it'll fucking shut people up that actually think that this guy who's going to be 3-6 in the finals with 2 of his championships with the fucking Miami fucking Heat with
the super team,
all the fucking famed players, all right? And Ray Allen hit the 3. Fuck, with the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving hit the fucking 3. He's a great fucking player, but, clutch. Oh, he's more clutch than Michael Jordan. Oh, I know. Oh, he's clutch. Fuck. He's clutch. I guess this is as clutch as the same time in the finals when he fucking, oh my God, the air conditioning's not on here. Oh, I better sit down. It's kind of hot in here. Yeah, he needs air conditioning. There's clutch. Fuck, king my fucking ass, man. You're a king fucking choker, bro. Fucking. I'm not even asking him to win the fucking series. You can't even win a fucking game. You can't win one game. Last time I checked, Michael Jordan never got swept. Fuck. Michael Jordan's 6-0 in the fucking finals. Fucking swept. You're going to roll over like a fucking bitch. You didn't give a shit the other night. Your body language has been shit ever since the J.R. fucking Smith shit. But whatever, man. You're going to quit on Cleveland part 2 again. He's a great leader. He's going to quit on a city for the second time. You're like a fucking dude that marries the same fucking chick over. You cheat on her and you fucking leave. Then you come back again. Fuck. It's fucking garbage. Fucking bullshit.
That looked like a wave the white flag on my time with the Cleveland Cavaliers down the stretch of this game tonight. That really did. That looked like a guy, I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to take on my next
I
journey.
don't, we don't know, but let's not get into him ready to move on and shit. Just he choked. Yeah, in this thought, in that spot.
But when you play like that and you're passing it off left and right, is it physical, like you're playing poorly, or is it mental that you've checked out and that you're thinking of your next destination now? Philly, Houston, LA, wherever he ends up next season. Is he starting to think now toward that?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think that is a potential cause for this?
You think that when LeBron James was taking it to the rack and he's missing a shot, he's thinking about where he's going next year? You don't think that he's doing his job and trying to make a fucking shot?
I'm wondering when it comes to LeBron with that. I really am.
No, that's just fucking media bullshit. Fuck. He played shit. It's as simple as that. That's it. He didn't play shit. I mean, it's hard to say that someone had a triple-double. Someone that had a triple-double played like shit, but...
That's the thing. His stat line looks still extremely great. It looks excellent still, the stat line. But if you watch the game...
That's what I've been saying all along. He's that guy. He loves the triple-doubles. And people, he scored 50 points in one game. He had a triple-double in the game. It's like, yeah, where the fuck was he in the last 5 minutes of these fucking games? You know, where the fuck is he? Fuck. You know, it's well,
let me just say this, and I am now, because I've seen now LeBron enough in playoffs in recent years, I have not watched this that I've got in my hand for about 7 or 8 years now, and if I'm ever going to watch this damn DVD set again, now's going to be the time. With complete games from this era, I'm going to have to make a point of to see this from start to finish again over the summer. There it is. 1990s Chicago Bulls. NBA Dynasty Series.
What games? What are you talking about, Urbano?
Chicago Bulls, 1990s DVD Dynasty Series.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm so motivated now to watch this more than ever. Because I haven't seen it in like 8 years. I watched it one time, and it was like 8 years ago when I bought this DVD set. And I don't even know if I completely finished it. It's long. It's got like 6 DVDs. It's got like 6 full NBA Finals games of the Bulls during that run. I'm tempted now.
Well, you know what? You'll see a lot of winning. You'll see a lot of winning if you watch that. They beat a lot of good teams, too. That's the thing, too. You say, you know, the competition that the Bulls beat as well was pretty elite, fuck. You know, those the Portland Trailblazers team was fucking loaded.
Drexler, Porter, and company. I remember that.
I think the Seattle team was the best one they beat. I always thought that Seattle. And I was an idiot. I'll be honest with you, too. I lost a lot.
Gary Payton, Detlef Schrempf. That was a damn good basketball team and company, yeah.
Yeah, it was Gary Payton, Detlef Schrempf, Sean Kemp, Sam Perkins, Hersey Hawkins. That was the starting 5. They were fucking good. They lost in 6 to the Bulls, but like look at the being a DVD there. I swear to God, too, my mother bought me a T-shirt of that finals, and I still have it. And it's like I don't know what year was that? Like 1995?
Yeah.
1996, whatever the fuck it was.
91, 92, 93, 96, 97, 98 were the 6 championships. Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was probably in that 95, 96 era. And I have the T-shirt still somewhere, the Bulls championship, blah, blah. But it has all the final scores on the back. It's pretty cool. And the crazy thing is, my mother gave it to me like the day after. I don't know why she was in Chicago or like what the fuck, but she gave it to me like the day after. I lost so much money, fuck, like the night before. I remember the game like it was yesterday, fuck. I watched it at Super Sex Strip Club in Montreal. Super Sex Strip Club. I had a lot of money. And the thing in those days too, fuck. You know, like I had about $5,000 on the games. Like I was betting a lot in those days. And man, I was an idiot, fuck. Like I was all on Seattle, bro. Like betting against Michael Jordan's not the smartest thing to do, but to be honest, they went in 6, but it was 3-3 ATS. I actually split the 3 games because they covered. Like if you look at the scores, that, like I said, that series was the closest one. Portland sort of hung with them for a while. Phoenix with fucking Charles Barkley got run out of the building. I think that went 6, but it didn't really feel close. Utah was never really close with them. Then Seattle was the one. Fuck. That was a great series. That was really one of the better series. Yeah, check that shit out.
The Bulls and the Sun. That DVD is fantastic. I mean, it was 8 years ago, and I saw it just that one time, but it was great. They had a documentary type of deal with it. They had complete games, start to finish, with the original broadcast of the NBC broadcast from back in that era, because they had the rights to NBA back then. Great.
That's the question that someone's asking. Sorry about it. Someone's asking in the chat, and I don't know. I don't know if it's sacrilegious, because I don't think, like I said, look, we just saw the greatest player ever, supposedly, LeBron. In LeBron. We know that's not the case. But I do think it's a conversation, the Bulls and this Warriors team versus that Bulls team. I mean, watch the DVD, Babano. Let me know what you think. But this Warriors team, I mean, you have to consider them amongst the greatest teams of all time. The numbers speak for themselves. 3 championships in 4 years.
Yep.
Fucking NBA all-time record, regular season wins. Like, they've check. So I guess if you really want, I mean, and you mentioned it, the Bulls championships, there was a gap in between them. I mean, for the Warriors to be named the greatest team of all time, they'd have to win another 3 times, in my opinion. Another 2-3 times. But they're in the conversation of best team ever. Like, let's just be real. They
have to be. Well, when you got 4 All-Stars, you have to be. And you're about to win 3 NBA championships in 4 years. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They're going to be in the future. 3 NBA titles likely now in 4 years, and 4 straight NBA finals. Yeah, this Golden State team's an all-time team. There's in the history of the league. There's no question about that. Now, the LeBron supporters are going to say, well, wait a second. LeBron's taken on this maybe one of the greatest teams in the history of the league. What would Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls do against this Golden State team? They're going to say that they'd have Michael Jordan's Bulls would have the same struggles and problems beating them that LeBron is having right now. So that's the counter argument for the people that are going to say that LeBron has it's Golden State. LeBron can't beat them. Michael and the Bulls can't beat them either. They will say that argument.
To me, the best teams that I've seen in my life, and I've seen every NBA final since 1978, the best teams that I've seen are the primetime Lakers. The primetime Lakers could beat this Warriors team. The primetime Lakers with James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Michael Cooper, AC Green, Kurt Rambis, etc.
The 80s Lakers, yeah.
The primetime Lakers, Showtime, in their prime, not when they're older and shit, when Jordan beat them, but when they're in their prime, the Showtime Lakers, the Chicago Bulls, and the Golden State Warriors. To me, those are the 3 best teams. That Shaq team with Kobe Bryant and shit were good, but
would have given them a run for their money, but beat them. Yeah, Big Man says they could have beat them. The 2001 Lakers. They had Ori.
I don't know.
Shaq, they had Kobe.
I don't know.
Did they have Vlade too?
I don't know if.
Or no, he was with Sacramento.
No, JJP. I listen. I totally get it, JJ. I totally get it. I do believe that modern athletes. I've talked about it a million times. Mike Bossy, one of the greatest hockey players of all time, fucking 4 or 5-time Stanley Cup champion, told me once that the worst team in the NHL would kill them. Like, he said point blank. He said, yeah, and it was the Florida Panthers at the time. And he said the Florida Panthers would kill us, fuck. And he basically stated, they're bigger, they're faster, they're stronger, they would crush us in the boards, it would be ugly. And he basically stated we wouldn't match up well with them. So I totally understand that the bigger, faster, stronger modern athlete, as JJ just stated about, modern athletes would crush the old guys. But I don't know. Last time I checked, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who's bigger, faster, stronger than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Nobody.
Not in that era.
No, not in this era, Babano. Like, who's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is fucking massive. The guy's 7'1". Magic Johnson was a 6'9" point guard. That's why I say that Laker team. James Worthy could fucking play in any motherfucking era. Right? Like, the LA Lakers, that Showtime team, they were all big dudes, man. Magic Johnson is the same size as LeBron James. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the leading scorer in the history of the National Basketball Association and the most dominant center of all time, arguably. So, you go down the list, they match up well with fucking anybody, that team. Magic Johnson's one of the best players ever. Kareem's one of the best players ever. James Worthy's, one of the best players ever, not in the same category as them. But to me, that Lakers team is the one that, that's, if I could have a dream matchup, I'd say, the Lakers and this Warriors team, just because that Lakers team was pretty wide open too.
Well, then I guess now that we're talking about this, Gabe, I guess in addition to my Bulls DVD set, I may have to spend some of my summer watching this one. The Lakers, the complete history. No fucking joke. I've got this one too.
Now, Babano.
Yes, I've got this one too. Look at this is 3 generations, 3 eras of Laker dominance. 1972 team with Wilt Chamberlain, way back in the day, is on this. The 80s run with Magic and Kareem, Worthy, 80, 82, 85, 87, 88. It's got the Kobe Shaq era, 2000, 2001, 2002. This is good shit. This is premium stuff right here that I've got in my hand.
So exactly, but it's amazing. You have everything that we just talked about. So, I don't know how long, when you're going to watch these, but you can come back with your report now and your handicapping analysis. Your play-by-play skills are a little lacking for basketball, but your handicapping analysis can be good on this. So,
I'll break this shit down like you wouldn't believe. What are they doing in the end game sequences? Who's taking the big shots? Who's making the big plays? All of that.
Who do you think wins? Who do you think would win? So you've seen this modern Warrior team. You can watch the Bulls team to refresh your memory. You were younger then. You can refresh your memory. And then the Laker team, the Showtime, primetime stuff, you can check out. To me, the Lakers, those Pistons teams were pretty fucking good too, but they're not on the level of super teams, in my opinion.
Thank goodness we're on this wavelength, because these are DVDs that I had like 8-9 years ago. I bought them and I've watched each of them once, and I only once because they're so bloody long. I think there's 12 hours of content on this Laker one, and there's about 9 hours of content on the Bulls one. So they're beasts, but
they're not long, so it's really they're not comprehensive. Huh?
They are.
What are they like? Are they Sports Illustrated with things, or where'd you get them? How'd you get them?
Yeah, I got it at. It was at some just. It was at a Sunrise Records, I believe, way back when. It went at one of the malls here in Lime Ridge Mall here in Hamilton.
That's a nice buy, though. Yeah, it's nice to have. Especially, it's amazing in a conversation like this. You'll be real well versed. You can come back and say, "All right, motherfuckers, I watched this, so I know."
Look at the complete games on this DVD for the Lakers. The 72 NBA Finals Game 5, where Wilt had a tremendous performance in that game. 80 NBA Finals Game 6, Magic Johnson as a rookie playing center for the injured Kareem. Game 6 and 80.
Yeah, am I misremembering LeBron James winning the NBA title as a rookie starting at center when he's a guard? That was probably about 7 months, Babano, after he won the national championship in college, beating Larry Bird.
82 NBA Finals Game 1. Lakers start the march to their second title in 3 years. 85 NBA Finals Game 6. Lakers become the first visiting team to win a championship at the Boston Garden. 87 NBA Finals Game 4. The Magic Johnson Baby Hook game. Who doesn't remember that one? One of the most legendary shots in the history of the sport. Let's be honest. The Magic Johnson Baby Hook was that. 88 NBA Finals Game 7. Lakers come back from a 3-2 deficit to win the title. 2000 NBA Finals Game 4. Lakers win an overtime classic. 2000 was against, I'm trying to think who the hell, it was San Antonio, I believe, that year. 2001 NBA Finals was Indiana. 2002 Western Finals Game 7 against Sacramento, when Sacramento at Arco thinks they've got the game in their back pocket, and here come the Lakers and Kobe and Shaq and company just basically making them cry in their beer at the end of the game and roar back in the fourth quarter. Poor Sacramento. I felt gut-wrenched for them that day. That Arco Game 7, 2002 in the West Finals. Man, what a tough one.
I feel like Babano, like you're on PBS and you're going to hold the DVD up again. So it's like, and If you would just contribute $9.99 to the network, we'll send you this tote bag.
Yes.
And if you donate $29, we'll send you the Chicago Bulls DVD and LA Laker DVD, and you could relive the history of Magic Johnson.
Yes. Call your Detroit Public Television or Buffalo Public Television now, 1-800-567-2528. And
All right.
keep our networks alive so we can deliver the quality programming you need and you desire, such as this, the Lakers Dynasty Series. If you want this kind of television, contribute and donate to public broadcasting so that we can keep it alive for you.
Do you have a CFL DVD collection there too?
I don't have a damn thing.
We always wonder, Babano, what's on that fucking bookshelf behind you, fuck. So at least now we know. Right?
You got some good shit. Yep.
Yeah, it's a little. You get a little bit more street cred. I know I've taken shots at you before, so I apologize. You get a little bit more street cred now. I know you've got those cool DVDs up there.
I have these two amazing NBA DVD box sets, Bulls 90s and Lakers Complete History. And yet I don't have a damn thing hockey-wise, video collection-wise, other than Rock'em Sock'em. I have a bunch of those from over the years. That's it. That's all I got for hockey.
All right.
And I'm supposed to be the hockey guy too.
Well, speaking of which, all right. So let's jump in because this fucking game really broke my heart and pissed me off. So fuck, I cannot believe the fucking Cleveland Cavaliers choke like that, or I should say LeBron choked. I can't because I loaded up on it.
And I know people are going to say that LeBron's got no help, but the thing is though, if he's got no help, take the shot. Take the shots down the stretch if you've got no help. That's the thing. Everybody says the teammates haven't done much. Take the shots then, please. I mean, tonight was the night you should have owned it. I would rather LeBron having a somewhat off shooting night take every single shot in the last 2-3 minutes of that game rather than passing to Tristan Thompson, who's Mr. Fumbleitis, Mr. WD-40 all over his hands. Dude, he can't hang on to the ball.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, dude, that's not Tristan Thompson's fault. Like, you're under the fucking basket, dude. Tristan Thompson's not, we're not talking about Pau Gasol here, right? Like, he's not known he's a rebounder. Like, LeBron passing him, like, that's the shit. You know what LeBron just did? He did the exact same shit DeMar DeRozan does at the end of games. You know what I mean? And we'd rip DeMar for that. Yep. DeMar DeRozan will.
DeMar's a problem for him, yep.
He's up in the air and he'll pass it to someone right under. It's like, dude, why didn't you just shoot? Like, that's like LeBron, he choked. Simple as that. He choked tonight. I don't know why. I don't know what it was, what went on in his fucking head, or why he stopped shooting. But, all right, guys. So this is fucking pathetic, but I'm going to jump in on this.
What could this finals have been if game one is different? Yeah.
LA Galaxy and the FC Golden State Force right now. It's for you, big man. Fuck me. It's plus 100. We could regret this, but let's do it. Under 4.5. LA Galaxy and the Golden State Force. This is when the MLS teams play the NSALS teams, North American Soccer League teams, and the U.S. Open Cup. So the smaller teams are taking it more seriously. It's sort of like a Champions League sort of thing. You know what I mean? For them, for their own right.
That's a good point, Brooks. Thank you for reminding me that he did actually have a triple-double because I did bet that. Plus 175. We got something there.
Yeah. All you young guys love stats, fuck. Always great because you had a triple-double, fuck.
I love cashing a plus 175 ticket. That I love. Yeah.
Well, whatever, dude. The late, great Dave Malinsky fucking no, I'm good for your bet. I'm not saying you, but like Dave Malinsky stated before, man, LeBron James cares about like the stats. Paul Bovey brought it. Like, LeBron cares about the stats. Like, he's a stat guy. Like, he looks and he figures, well, I got a triple-double. It's like, yeah, you got a triple-double. Fuck, we would have rather if you didn't get a triple-double and you didn't disappear in the last 5 minutes of the game. So good for you. Good for him. You got a triple-double, fuck. If that's what you want to hang your hat on, I don't know.
All right, I need some NBA TV on here, so see what they're. Charles Barkley's on. I guess that's the only place to get Charles Barkley in these finals is if you go to NBA TV for their post game.
All right, so NHL tomorrow, Babano. Give it to us straight, brother. What do you got? Who do you like tomorrow? Listen, I know you've been riding Vegas pretty hard here, right? So you almost don't have a choice.
There's nowhere to go for me other than Vegas. I'm
riding Washington in every game in the series, and just like I had Golden State in every game in the series until tonight, and I lose. this makes me think, oh, God, no, I better not take Vegas tomorrow then. But I think Vegas wins tomorrow.
Yeah, I do as well. I'm like I say, I'm just going to ride them until they drag me into the ditch with them at this point, because I think I've been on Vegas every game. Look, they're back home. That home ice has meant everything to them all season. They played their best hockey there all season. Let's not kid ourselves. If they get that, one of those multitude of chances they had in the first 10 minutes of Game 4 goes in, it could have been a different hockey game. They were all over Washington the first 10 minutes. They hit a couple posts. They have all kinds of chances. They can't bury any of them. No score. First penalty Vegas takes. Washington scores on the power play, and it's game over essentially at that point. All that momentum is sucked right out of the team. Washington took over from that point, got the 3-0 lead, and it was basically done at the end of the first period once Washington got up 3-0. Vegas had the start they wanted, the perfect start. They were dominant early in that game. They just didn't get the finish. They didn't cash in. I think it'll be different. Refs are going to probably give the Vegas Golden Knights a little beneficial whistle at times, maybe in Game 5 on these 50-50 hooking calls and tripping calls. It could go either way. So I think Vegas finds a way to at least avoid Washington celebrating with the cup on their home ice for one night.
I agree. You got to believe that Vegas gets some early calls. Now, we also thought Cleveland would get a lot of calls tonight too. But I think, Babano, the fact that Vegas scored a couple of goals late in that game. If they would have lost 4 or 5-0 in that game, I think they could have sort of been kind of toast going back home. But the fact that they scored a bit, I think they finally got a couple of breaks their way. And it's like, all right, hope he's not unbeatable. I really think that Marc-Andre Fleury is going to benefit, Babano, from the prolonged 3-day rest as opposed to 2. I think it'll really make a difference for him. I thought they should have taken him out in the third period and given a prolonged break as well. That's the one, Gallant's done a great job, but I really thought he really made a big mistake in not resting Fleury in the third period when they were down 4-0 and resting this guy. But I think Fleury will be refreshed, and Vegas are a great home team. And that Vegas crowd, I don't think they'll be depressed. It won't be ominous. It's not like going to a Raptor game if we're down 3-1. You know what I mean? It's different. They're happy to be there. They're gonna push them, and I don't think Vegas want to lose on their home ice. And subconsciously, subliminally, Washington know, all right, we can win at home still. We got 2 more cracks at this. But Washington are just so fucking good, man. That's the fucking problem. But I lean Vegas tomorrow.
Yeah, Washington has been great. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from them. They've been great. Alex Ovechkin looks like a different player, not only on the ice because he's blocking shots, he's taking the body, he's doing things other than scoring and all the offensive things you want him to do. What he's also doing is on the bench, his mannerisms are totally different. He's talking constantly to his teammates. He's engaged with them. He's trying to pump them up constantly, keep them going, keep them confident, keep them inspired, keep the positive mindset on the bench during every game. He's doing that right now. It's a different Ovechkin. I think he's at ease. I think he's having a lot more fun. The pressure's been taken off him ever since they beat Pittsburgh, and he's played even better in the Tampa and in this series because that pressure of never beating Pittsburgh, never getting out of the second round, it's finally gone, and now he can play at ease.
Earlier in the day, Babano, it was minus 145. It keeps climbing. So it's minus 145. What is it right now? Because I think the public's going to bet on Vegas. So it's still 145 plus 125. My prediction, and Lou and Cam agreed earlier in the day, was that I think it'll get to minus 155. So if you like Vegas, if you're betting, listen, if you're betting $50, it doesn't really fucking matter. Oh, fuck, I don't want to lose $1.25. But if you're betting a significant bet on the game, I do think that the number will go up on Vegas tomorrow, Babano.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you like Vegas, bet them sooner rather than later is definitely a good way to go, for sure. Before we wrap up, let's do the NFC West quickly. I want to do that. It won't be too long, and then I'll get out of here. How's that sound? All
good, Babano.
All right.
All good. I wasn't panicking for time, but I know it's getting late for you here. So
no, it's okay. We'll do half an hour. We'll get this in. I'm looking forward. Gabe, I suggested football previews with you for a reason. Look, what have we got the next couple months? We got MLB. I'm sorry, I can't talk half an hour or an hour on MLB. I just can't. I like MLB. I can't talk that long on it, though. It bores me. CFL.
It's a good thing you don't have to host a fucking 3-hour radio show every day.
Good point, Gabe. You deserve credit for that.
Video guys think you have it rough and shit. Oh, I got to do a video today. It's like, yeah, you got to do a video. You got to talk about shit in the middle of the summer when there's nothing going on for 3 hours.
CFL is going to be going on, and I love talking about that, but that's not everyone's cup of tea. You can't do 2 hours on the CFL, so I understand that. World Cup of Soccer, sorry, I can't help anybody with that. Not even a maybe. So that's Big Man on Campus District there, the World Cup. So I can't do much with that.
NFL. Last night we talked NFL a bit with Feinberg, and he got excited, man. He was like a kid, He started, we talked NFL a bit today on the show as well. So you're right, it's football season, Babano. So I'll give you the floor since you're excited about this in the NFC West. Babano even called his shot. He sent me a message. He goes, I want to talk about the NFL and the NFC West tonight. Time to talk football.
Yep,
so
it is.
Bring it on, Babano.
Yeah, it is. And we're going to do one division a week. We're going to do NFC West because we always start AFC East a lot of the time. We're going to go with reverse order this time. NFC first, West to East, AFC West to East. So NFC West, fascinating division. Hey, we got a different cream rising to the top now in the NFC West. This used to be an Arizona, Seattle dominant division. They were always 1-2, 1-2 earlier in this decade. Now we're starting to see the pendulum swing a little bit. We've got questions with Seattle. We've got questions with Arizona. We've got a rising up tide here with the LA Rams. We started to see signs of it last year with them winning the NFC West in that resurgent season under the head coach Todd McVay. Sean McVay. I mean, I'm confusing him with Todd McShay, the friggin' ESPN guy. Sean McVay. There we go. Yeah.
Don't worry. I won't rip you for that, man. I mix names up constantly.
All right, there we go.
I've called Matt Reynolds, Matt Adams. I've confused the two of them like 80 times this year on the Nationals. Those two guys.
Yeah. So and again, the Rams are the team on the rise. The 49ers. I'll start with San Francisco because nobody was happier or made much money, I think, as me or maybe a couple others did. But I was riding San Francisco a lot last season.
It's a bold statement, Babano.
Yeah.
You can say, I would say, you were very happy. You did well with them. But to say nobody made more money than me on San Francisco, I mean, are you the highest rolling bettor out there?
Yeah, that was poorly phrased. I agree. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. There's people betting, $5 on it.
I'm trying to keep the facts here. The facts matter. It's
exactly. No, I was very happy. I mean, and you heard me last year too, late in the season. Once Jimmy Garoppolo got the quarterback job, it was like a different team. That team played with more energy, more spunk. They were excited to play football every week. Remember, they were dealing with the C.J. Beathard's and Brian Hoyers early in that season, and they didn't play well. And finally, Shanahan's got a quarterback in there that he's comfortable with. The offense took off. The defense played better. However, I'm concerned about all the hype the 49ers are getting a little bit here because the one thing you've got to look at when you look at what San Francisco did in terms of that hot finish down the stretch, there was dubious spots for all of the opponents they played. All right. That's the one little hang up I've got with how good San Francisco was.
Their win total is 8.5, Babano, minus 140. I'm seeing 8.5, minus 140 to the over.
Yeah, that's. I don't think it's a great bargain. I mean, I could see they could be 9-7 or better, but I got to still see it before I believe it. I definitely think 500 or better's in the cards, but 8.5 is a tricky number because the one thing about San Fran late last season when they were racking up those 5 wins to end the season, they played at Chicago, horrible Bears team. John Fox was on his way out of there. That team was dreadful. At Houston when the Texans were terrible and Deshaun Watson was already out for the season with injury and the defense was dealing with tons of injuries and Watt was in and out. I mean, all of that stuff was going on with Houston and they beat them. Tennessee at home when Tennessee, was a little bit up and down at that time. Jacksonville when Jacksonville was, not exactly locked in.
Tennessee, I think is San Francisco's best win.
Yeah.
Last year. Because as you people would say, oh, well, Jacksonville already clinched everything, if you remember.
And then the LA Rams in week 17. Yeah. Where they were resting everybody.
They didn't bench everybody, though, but they didn't play with the same sort of urgency, obviously. I thought that Tennessee game was sort of the one where it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool, but I'm in agreement with you that they're overhyped. People want to basically make them a division champs right now, and Garoppolo's the highest paid player in the league. Or at least he was until the last fucking card, whoever signs the next one type shit. But he's fucking heavily motherfucking paid. I think they're overhyped as well. I mean, you want to bet this, their wide receivers are Marquise Goodwin, Pierre Garçon, Trent Taylor. Their running back, Jerick McKinnon, Matt Breida. they're good, but I think
that's because Carlos Hyde's in Cleveland now. Remember, we got to remember that.
Yeah. Well, they didn't like Carlos Hyde, even though he's good. Yeah. But I'm not in love with this 49ers team, to be honest with you either. I wouldn't bet the over 8.5.
I like the offense a lot, and I think the offense is going to be quite good. The one guy that's going to be really good, I don't know if he's a guy that's talked about right now, but he's got potential to be maybe not just a good tight end for this team, but maybe a very good tight end, is this George Kittle. I thought George Kittle played well for the 49ers last year. When Garoppolo took over at quarterback, this guy's numbers skyrocketed up. And he really had great chemistry over the middle of the field, catching the football from Garoppolo down the stretch. George Kittle, if you're a fantasy player, that's a name you might want to keep an eye on this season. Tight end, George Kittle of the 49ers. Might be getting good fantasy prices early in the season, especially if he plays as well as I think he might. You might get that early season bargain for fantasy lineups early on.
So, do you like the over or the under? It's 8.5.
I could only play over because I really like Garoppolo in this offense, and I think they're going to be good. I've got a few more question marks on defense. That secondary was picked apart last season.
You told us you thought they were overhyped, and now you're taking the over?
Not overhyped. I want to bet the over, but I'm telling you why I've got reservations about it, and it's that finish was against teams that were pretty much all except Tennessee in dubious spots. You could say there was not really a great quality signature fantastic win of the bunch, other than maybe beating Tennessee, because Chicago stunk, Houston stunk, Jacksonville was not really focused. LA Rams were resting players that final week. So that's a legit concern I've got, but I still think there's potential with this team. I don't love all the hype that they're getting, but I've got to play over, if anything, 8.5.
I'm going to go under.
All right.
I'm going to go under, but not by much. Yep. Not by much. Like 8-8. I'm looking at their schedule here. They open up at Minnesota. They're not winning that game in Minnesota. Week 2, they host Detroit.
That they can win. They will win.
That's the definition of a fucking pick 'em. I mean, Detroit's better. Yeah.
I'm not buying this Patricia shit. I'm not. But I don't think that was a very good hire whatsoever.
So what? Yeah, but you can't tell me San Francisco are like way better than the Detroit Lions are. I mean, Detroit have actually been a pretty good road team too. All right, but for argument's sake, let's give them the win. So you're saying you give them the win against Detroit?
It's Garoppolo at home,
okay.
And I think Garoppolo's going to close this gap tight quickly on Stafford. Quite honestly, yeah.
Then they go to Kansas City in week 3. They probably lose that game. They go to LA Chargers in week 4. They probably lose that game. They host Arizona, so let's give them a win there. So we're at 2-3. They go to Green Bay. That's a loss, so they'll be 2-4. They host the LA Rams. Pretty big game, Sunday nighter right there.
Good spot though. They get it at home, primetime game, rival.
All right, we'll give them the win.
Yep.
I'm not giving the win, but we will, as for argument's sake. 3-3. I don't want to be like totally say I'm going to lose every week. So 3-4 at Arizona. 4-4 will be nice to them. Give them 4-4. They host Oakland 5-4. They host the New York Giants.
I know you like the Giants a little bit.
I'm high on the Giants this year. That's the Monday night game, Monday Night Football.
Hey, it's addition by subtraction with the Giants. We'll get into them in the NFC East, but
I'll tell you,
Ben McAdoo not being there can only help.
Their schedule is manageable down the stretch. At Tampa Bay, at Seattle, host Denver, host Seattle, host Chicago. So in December, they play 3 consecutive home games, December 9th, 16th, and 23rd against Denver, Seattle, and Chicago, all of which are kind of mediocre teams, even though I think Denver could be decent this year. And then they close out at the Rams. So I could see them actually getting to 9. They have some winnable games here. I think it'll be right on the number here, Babano, man. I'm leaning with 8-8, though, with the Niners. I wouldn't bet the over. So sort of like you. You lean the over, I lean the under. I won't be betting this. This doesn't jump off the screen at me.
I'm a Jimmy Garoppolo believer as a quarterback, but those lingering issues of that 5-0 was great. They looked phenomenal. They looked revitalized, but it was a Dairy Queen soft type of finish in terms of the strength of competition. We got to be honest that it was.
And for the record, I totally agree with you. And for the record, guys, too, I'm not locking in any totals yet. We're just kicking the tires on this right now. Okay, Babano. So San Francisco, you started off with them at 8.5. The LA Rams, they're actually the team with the highest win total projection in the division at 9.5. LA Rams over minus 145 to the over too at 9.5. And I'm pretty high on this Ram team, but are they overrated right now, Babano, in your opinion?
It's tough because this team took everybody by surprise last season. Great first year. Jared Goff coming out party because he's finally being coached. He's finally in an offense and a system that is going to make him better. Jeff Fisher never made anybody better. But Sean McVay finally does, has a breakout season. Yeah, I was impressed with his development at the quarterback spot. I think, cornerback wise, you probably have Aqib Talib. Is he going to be good again for another strong season? That remains to be seen. Nikel Roby-Coleman.
Dude, their fucking defense is fucking stacked, man.
Yep.
They bring in Sue. They bring in Talib. They bring in, what's his name? Marcus Peters from
Yep.
City.
Yep.
They bring in Shields from Green Bay. Shields is a veteran. He's not, he'll just sort of be a nickel and dime guy. But
the pass rush will be great. Yeah, with Sue.
Well, their pass rush, already fucking good. And now they, their secondary was the problem. The Rams' weakness was the secondary before.
Yep.
Who was the guy? Trumaine, fucking whatever his name was. Fucking, it wasn't. If you remember last year, that game, Babano, if you remember when it was the game Carson Wentz got hurt, actually. It was in Los Angeles. It was a fun football game. It was a real track meet. Back and forth. It was like 38-35 or something like that. Carson Wentz got hurt, and Nick Foles came in and won the game for them still. So it was a sign of things to come, actually. But the Rams are right there. I think the Rams are sort of right on par with the Eagles, actually. I think like they have the potential to go to the Super Bowl. Like I really do. But at the same point in time, a lot of times these football teams that are just sort of stacked with free agents and throwing guys fucking in there, it's a problem. But it's over the top of bad. Like the LA Rams at times on the field, they literally have like fucking 7. There was a time last year, I saw a thing. They had like 10 guys on the field at once that were either first or second round draft picks. Like they've got some serious fucking talent on that team.
They do. They've drafted well. They've drafted high. They've been able to make the most of those draft picks when you think of some of the great talent they've brought in. There's no question. And defensively, you look at that defensive tackle position. I mean, you've got Sue there now. Obviously, you know how great Aaron Donald is already. If he can stay on the field and be, and if he does, he's going to be amazing for this team. Peter's coming over. So they are. Up front, they're fantastic. It was about insulating the secondary because you're right. You could throw against the Rams a little bit last season. That pass defense gave up some big plays. Yep.
And who do they have to deal with if they're going to get to the Super Bowl? Carson Wentz throwing around. Carson Wentz racked up fucking 1 million yards, and so did the Eagles. They scored 1 million points against them.
Oh, they torched the Rams.
Yeah, exactly. Remember in the playoffs when they lost?
Yep.
They lost to Matt Ryan and the Falcons.
Who had a good
them apart. Didn't shred them, but he made plays. Like that's sort of their weakness.
He found the soft coverages against them all day. Yep.
And they really did. And offensively, look, Todd Gurley is a motherfucking monster. This kid. The wide receivers, are they let Watkins go. They didn't feel as though Watkins was a fit there. Cooper Kupp is really, was good. I always think Robert Woods is just sort of overachieving as a Bills fan. I mean, he's good, but they bring in Brandon Cooks now, though. And Brandon Cooks wasn't utilized properly by the New England Patriots. They just told him to go deep. He's not even that guy. No. So now you add in Brandon Cooks. To me, Brandon Cooks is better than Sammy Watkins. So you add in Brandon Cooks. You got Robert Woods. You got Cooper Kupp. That's a nice fucking 3 combo right there. Your tight end is solid in Tyler Higbee. You got one of the best running backs in football in Todd Gurley. Your offensive line was greatly improved last year. And then you get to their talent on the defensive side of the football with Brockers, Sue, Aaron Donald, Corey Littleton, Mark Barron, Ebikam, Aqib Talib, Marcus Peters. It's a fucking deep football team, man. It's a good football team.
For me, I will not bet it under. I'd lean over 9.5. But now the pressure's on.
Yeah.
Okay? Last year, people didn't think much of the Rams. Now, when you play the Rams and you see the LA Rams in your schedule, if you're the opposing team, you
True.
bring something to the football field that day. You know, we got a good team we're playing.
11-5 schedule now too. They were 11-5 last year, so
Tougher schedule. Yes.
They open up on the first Monday Night Football game of the year. So you know the Monday Night Football doubleheader.
Yep.
So they're the second leg of the doubleheader. LA Rams at John Gruden's Oakland Raiders. Rams will beat them. Fuck.
They're probably starting 2-0.
Yeah, then they host Arizona. All right, so yeah, let's say they'll win that game. They host LA, the Battle of LA. That'll be a good one. Then they host Minnesota. I tell you what, the Rams better rack up the wins early, Babano, because 3 of their first 4 games are at home. Shit gets real after that. At Seattle, at Denver, at San Francisco, host Green Bay, at New Orleans, host Seattle, host Kansas City, at Detroit, at Chicago, host Philadelphia, at Arizona, host San Francisco. It's a pretty tough schedule, Babano.
Yeah. Back up. Beep, beep, beep. Back up here. That's the key. That schedule right there. That part of the schedule right there is a bastard for the LA Rams right there. That swatch that starts with LA Chargers, Minnesota, at Seattle, at Denver, at San Francisco, home to Green Bay, at New Orleans, home to Seattle, home to Kansas City, all without a bye. Every single week and no bye week and lots of travel involved. 4 out of 5 on the road in that one stretch. That's a big time, brutal part of the schedule for the Rams, and they're going to have to find a way to overcome it.
Yeah. You know what? The Rams might be worth a look better, man. Let's see the odds on this. I think they might be worth a look more so to win the division than to win 10 football games. Let's see. What do we have to lay? Because I think they're better than San Francisco, but they can win the division at 9-7. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
San
Right
Francisco's 8-8. They're 9-7. Seattle's 7-9. We'll get to Seattle in a second. In Arizona, Arizona's not winning the motherfucking division. All right, to win a division,
Rams are just about $120. LA Rams -120 to win the NFC West.
Fuck. I would much rather lay -120 on the Rams to win the division, and I would -145 to win 9.5 games, Babano.
Totally agree. Yeah, I think that's a sound strategy. I really do. Because I think it could be one of these divisions where I don't know if one of these teams, even the Rams as the perceived best team on paper in this division, is going to pull away and win 10, 11, 12 games. It's just may not be in the cards. This could be a tight.
Exactly. They're going to be battling with these teams. Seattle still have Russell Wilson. It's not like they're a joke. You know what I mean?
And as long as they got that guy, they're going to be competitive. They're going to be in games. Yep.
You know, exactly. Rashad Penny might not be the crazy pick that everyone thought that it was, etc. We'll get to Seattle in a second, but with the Rams, guys, I really like this strategy. I really do think, because I do think they win a division, Babano, but it wouldn't shock me if they went 9-7. It's a fucking tough schedule that they have.
Yeah, it is. It's that stretch, that October-November stretch is brutal. Those games I rhymed off, all with no bye. Think about it. All those tough games, tough teams, lots of travel, no bye.
Thank you, Larry Savage. Exactly. I'm bringing a little knowledge here. I've been around. So I just figure, 10 games is lofty, and we could get to 9 and still win that division. So I'd rather go -120 to win a division. And personally, I think they're better in San Francisco. I think San Francisco are overhyped. I think the Rams are better than they are. All right, so let's get into that then, Babano. The Seattle Seahawks. I was going to call them the Mariners. Fuck, I'm in baseball mode. The Seahawks are +370. The division odds are Rams -120, San Francisco +260, Seahawks +375, Cardinals 11-1. So the Seahawks are +375 to win a division, and their regular season wins is higher than I thought it would be, 8.5, but it's +140 at Bet365. 8.5 wins for the Seattle Seahawks. Babano, what do you think?
For the Seattle, I'm starting to. Apparently, there's an echo. I'm going to try to exit and come back in. It's definitely echoing. I can hear it. I'm going to exit and come back in.
Okay. Maybe I got to exit too, so see what happens.
All right. So I'll exit first. We'll see if that does it.
Fuck. I was going to jump in on the Angels in game, but it was minus 220. How's that fucking soccer game I took doing? All right, I took under 4.5 LA Galaxy and Golden State Force. It's 2-1 still right now. Sacramento Republic and the Seattle Sounders are playing. It's scoreless right now in the 54th minute.
All right, is it any better now?
You sounded all right to me. Keep talking right now.
All right, people in the chat, still an echo. Yes or no? Let's hear it. What do we got? Has it been fixed? Or does Gabe have to log out this time and come back in?
Sometimes I do too as well. Is there an echo, people with a battle?
Bobano echo.
Fixed? All right, it's better. All right, good. Yeah, it's just Google Hangouts. When you're on for too long, sometimes it's their message to tell you to get off.
Yeah.
Getting better, actually. I give them credit, Google Hangouts. Like, I used to get knocked off every night at midnight, so it's 12:20 now. I'm not surprised we had problems. It's like not your computer, Babano. It's just sort of you and I on Google Hangouts for this long together, you know? Okay, so Seattle. I don't think Seattle are going to be as bad as people think they are, but I don't see how this fucking football team wins 9 games. I don't think they win 9 games. I'll go under the 8.5 here, Babano.
I kind of have to as well. I mean, I'm looking at running backs here: C.J. Prosise, J.D. McKissick. I mean, Mike Davis. I mean, where are they going?
They drafted Rashad Penny.
Yeah,
San Diego State, and they could have taken some other backs, and they were criticized. But honestly, I'm not so sure it was such a crazy draft pick. Honestly, man. I mean,
he was a beast at San Diego State. We can't deny that.
Yeah, well, he's one of the all-time leading NCAA rushers.
Yep.
Like, even me, I sort of associated him a little bit. I watch a lot of SDSU football, so I sort of associate him a little bit with Donnell Pumphrey, who, well, on the Philadelphia Eagles. But Penny's not Pumphrey, man. Penny is an every down back. He is an every down back. He's a smaller dude, but he runs aggressively. He runs angrily. He was great at San Diego State. I know that the Seattle Seahawks, what they like is people are like, man, he racked up these yards, but it was in Mountain West Conference. And Seattle and Pete Carroll watched the Stanford game. They played Stanford last year. And Stanford's an NFL caliber defense. I'm not saying, Stanford in the NFL, but that's not a joke defense. You know what I mean? Look, the last 2 years in a row, they've had big-time draft picks, right? On the defense. Stanford played defense. So, and it's a physical football team. And he averaged like 5.6 yards a clip in that game against them. And then in the Senior Bowl, he was running people over. He's a small dude, Babano, but he was running people over and shit. And Seattle just liked him better than the other running backs. And, we could say, oh, they could have taken fucking Sonny Michel, like the Cleveland Browns did. But, Sonny Michel's got Bradley Chubb, excuse me. They could have taken Chubb, but Chubb, I don't know, is Chubb better than Penny? I'm not so sure he is. I mean, you could argue Geis. Geis fell a little bit in the draft, but I'm just saying, long-winded answer here, guys. I'm not so sure Rashad Penny was such a crazy pick after all.
Well, they have to do something for the run game. I mean, it was a bad offensive line last year. It was Russell Wilson having to scramble out of the pocket left and right with no run game, with a patchwork offensive line, and just basically freelance and try to make plays with his feet when the pocket collapsed, which was nearly on every snap, and get throw the football down the field on the run. That was basically the Seattle offense last year. So if they can find something in
Seattle offense, it was Russell Wilson. Fucking, hey, Russell, run for your fucking life, bro. That was their offense.
Exactly. No running game, no running back you could count on, an offensive line that was piss poor. They got to hope Penny's the answer, and he can do something with still question marks, I think, on this offensive line. Look at the skill position talent. I don't like this receiving core. I mean, where are you going? Why is Brandon Marshall being signed by this team? Brandon Marshall, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, Doug Baldwin better not get hurt. Who do I count on for this team other than Doug Baldwin if he gets hurt, for crying out loud?
And I'm a big Doug Baldwin fan, but Doug Baldwin's a number 2 wide receiver. He plays number 1, but On another team, Doug Baldwin's your number 2 guy. You know what I mean? And he sort of forced the number 1 guy. I agree with you. I mean, to me, Seattle, Pete Carroll's getting goofier and goofier. He's not a young man, Pete Carroll. He acts young, but he's like 72 or something now. Like, Pete Carroll's older than people realize. If someone look it up and let us know how old Pete Carroll is, but he's older than you would realize. And I don't see how they get to 9 wins. I just don't, Beto.
Yeah, I think it's tough sledding. And then you've got the defense where there was a ton of cluster injuries on that side of the ball last season. Cam Chancellor couldn't stay healthy. Earl Thomas missed some time last year. They're back this year, but can you rely on them for, stay healthy again this season?
Sherman's gone.
Sherman gone. Turnover in that secondary. Yep.
Who's the what's the fucking name of the fucking dude that's always causing trouble there? Michael Bennett.
Yep.
Michael Bennett's gone. He's on the Philadelphia Eagles now. I think partially part of me, look, they were 9-7 last year. So, like, even for all the negativity, they were still a 9-7 football team. And part of me, Urbano, feels as if, okay, you lost Michael Bennett. You lose Richard Sherman. I think that it might help them. Like, Richard Sherman used to fucking chirp fucking Russell Wilson all the time, man, but not in a good, friendly way. And there was always animosity with Sherman. And he'd mouth off all the time, not just in public, but like in the room and in practice. And he'd throw the ball at Russell Wilson. And there was always fucking attitude problems with Richard Sherman.
Yep.
Michael Bennett's a fucking circus sideshow. Michael Bennett, real class act Michael Bennett. The NFL and Pete Carroll had his back during that Vegas episode in which Michael Bennett did act suspicious and did run around the casino after suspiciously, really threw the LV. And I don't take, I call it like I see it. And Michael Bennett threw the LVPD under the bus. One of the cops that he called racist was black. The other guy was Hispanic. There was a shooting in a casino. Michael Bennett was running around after, looking suspicious long after the shooting was over. All right. Was he drunk? Was he high? I don't know why he was doing it, but he did it. So my point is, the NFL, Goodell, who never has their back, fucking went out on a limb for him. Pete Carroll, he's a great guy. I know we hear about the Houston thing. I don't believe he pushed an old lady over. But I do believe that he told people to suck his dick and fucking fuck off, and he fucking big time them. I do believe that. And he just blew past them and walked on the field. But, all of this, they had his back in Seattle. And what is the first thing he fucking does when he leaves there? He rips Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's a goofy old man. No one listens to him. I used to fucking put my headphones on in practice or in meetings when he would talk. It's like, so when you hear that, it's sort of like Des Bryant. Des Bryant in the Dallas Cowboy meetings used to mouth off all the time. Like, in the meeting, it's a serious time. You're supposed to shut the fuck up and watch the film with the coach and shit. But he would bitch and he'd put his headphones on or his fucking, his hoodie up and pout and shit. So I think Seattle, it's almost addition through subtraction. It's like, all right, Richard Sherman and Bennett, they're good players, but they were a fucking headache in the room. They were a distraction. We got some young guys that Carroll can mold right now. So part of me, I don't think Seattle are going to be as bad as people think. And, they were 9-7 last year, but they look like an 8-8 team to me.
Yeah, and this could be a referendum on Carroll when it's all said and done, because if Sherman's trying to portray some sort of semi-accurate picture and say people don't really take Pete Carroll seriously, we'll find out on the football field this upcoming season now, won't we? If they stink and they look lethargic and they're not really focused and they're making mistakes and fumbles and bad coverage and breakdowns and penalties and all that, it's going to be a lack of focus, and that's going to show on Pete Carroll. And that if they have a kind of tough season and buy into what Richard Sherman is trying to sell, it could be the end for Pete Carroll potentially in Seattle after this season.
I wouldn't say. I think he could call his own shots off the bat. I think he's got a couple of years left. Let's see, how old is he?
Yeah, not necessarily, Gabe, that he'd be fired, but he might actually step down or retire or something like. I don't know, but I could see that happening if they have a tough year.
You know what he has a tough time living down is the fucking Super Bowl, man. Throwing the fucking football, and it's a problem. Like, he's pretty much gotten rid of everyone in that room, though, that's bitched about it. I think a lot of it goes back to that as well. I think they are legitimately convinced, the Seattle Seahawks players were convinced that they just didn't hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch because they didn't want Marshawn Lynch scoring a fucking winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. They didn't want him winning the MVP. They didn't want him celebrating. They didn't want him winning. It was like, it's Russell's team. It was sort of a power move on Pete Carroll's behalf, and it ended up costing them the fucking Super Bowl. And Marshawn Lynch has talked about it publicly and said that's why they didn't give me the ball. And Sherman and Bennett have said it essentially. So I think he's sort of cleaning house here. So that shit isn't brought up all the fucking time still, because it's a type of thing that guys just don't get over. They don't, you just don't get over that. So he's 66. I thought he was a little older than he is. He's 66. I imagine he coaches till he's like 70.
Yeah, he again may not. Yeah, I honestly could. I could see him. Maybe it's not retiring, but stepping down from Seattle, maybe looking at one last opportunity before he retires. But I could see him being out one way or another if this is a tough season in Seattle. Either he's relieved or he just goes on and tries another challenge or a new adventure someplace else.
So
but we both agree, Gabe. We both agree. I would only look under with Seattle. I think they're going to be in for some growing pains this year.
Right, it leads us into Arizona, 5.5 wins. 5.5 wins for the Arizona Cardinals.
This is tough for me because I don't like much about Arizona, but the 5.5 is pretty low. I mean, 6-10 cashes an over for you here. 6-10.
It's a team with talent. I mean, David Johnson's. I talked about this yesterday or whatever, or on whatever radio show here. I don't know, wherever. But David Johnson is on par with Le'Veon Bell as the best running back in the NFL. I mean, there's a lot of good backs in the NFL right now, but David Johnson, for the last couple of years before the injury, was one of the best backs in the national, best not running backs, best football players. Like actually, a power ranking, a few power rankings had David Johnson ranked as the best player in the NFL, ahead of Le'Veon Bell. So, most impactful player type thing. He got hurt. He missed all last year, so you get him back. You're getting a superstar running back. Sam Bradford's your quarterback. He's competent. He just gets hurt, but he's good when he plays. You still have Larry Fitzgerald, who is ageless. You got some good young wide receivers. You got some fresh blood in the coaching staff. You've lost a lot of talent on defense. Last year they lost a lot. You lost your defensive coordinator. So it's a rebuilding team, Babano, but it's a low number, isn't it?
It's a low number. And I don't know what to make of Bradford at this point. I think if going into that system, if he's healthy, he can play still, I believe, a little bit. I am honestly hoping that, and I think Arizona.
He's playing the best football. I got to take a quick leak. Just keep talking. I can hear me better. But Bradford was playing the best football of his career with the Vikings before he got hurt.
He was. I mean, he seemed to be a great fit in Minnesota with that Pat Shurmur offense. He just took to it very easily. He was very comfortable in it. Let's be honest, he got the pass protection as well quite a bit early with Minnesota before he got hurt last season. Is he going to get that same kind of pass protection this year with Arizona? Because here we go again. Another team that last season, from an offensive line standpoint, man, you talk about a team that had issues protecting the quarterback. Arizona had a bunch of those. That's why Carson Palmer's running for his life all the last year. And now I know he's not exactly fleet of foot. He's no speed merchant. I understand that. But a lot of that blame still has to go to that offensive line last year with the Arizona Cardinals. Didn't do a good enough job keeping the quarterback upright. And that's going to have to be a necessity. That is an imperative. That is an absolute must. It is absolutely superlative for and vital for the Arizona Cardinals this season to shore up that offensive line, because they've got another statue back under center in Sam Bradford. He's just not a guy that's going to be able to break the pocket and make plays. He is going to absolutely have to be protected. And I'm not sure if Arizona's offensive line, based on what they've done in the offseason, has done enough to improve in that level. We'll have to wait and see. But nevertheless, my thinking with Arizona is that if we get Josh Rosen in there at some point, I really think that was a great pick for the Arizona Cardinals for a future quarterback. I think Josh Rosen's good. They're going to be pretty good at the end. I don't know how good, but I think he's going to be pretty good. He's got someone that they can look at for the future. If Bradford gets, I don't want to say, I hope Bradford gets hurt, but Josh Rosen is a guy that I think could come in there. Remember, this is the new NFL now, Morency. Rookie quarterbacks now can go in there and sometimes be somewhat decent. Look at Wentz that first year. Carson Wentz was terrific that first year with the Philadelphia Eagles, played very well. You can get a rookie in there and he can play better than maybe rookie quarterbacks could 15, 20 some years ago. So Rosen, I like the draft pick. They're going to obviously, Bradford's a placeholder. He's a stopgap till the Rosen era starts, but that offensive line is going to have to be better because Bradford's going to be on the shelf just like he was last year if it ain't.
Yeah, and Minnesota. Well, listen, Minnesota's a better football team. It's a perfect fit for Bradford. But, he looked good with the Eagles as well in brief flashes. That's the thing with Bradford. He's not bad. He just can't stay on the football field. Larry Fitzgerald, J.J. Nelson, and we can't forget the draft pick, Christian Kirk. Great draft pick.
I love Kirk. Yep.
They get a young quarterback here, Josh Rosen, and they get a young wide receiver to pair with, sort of like Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning. That's why I don't understand the Buffalo Bills. A lot of things I don't understand about the Bills, but you draft a quarterback, you need a wide receiver. Why not just draft another young wide receiver to sort of so they can grow together a bit? But so I really like the move of Josh Rosen and Christian Kirk. So you got Larry Fitzgerald, J.J. Nelson, Christian Kirk at the wide receiver position. Jermaine Gresham's a decent tight end.
And Arizona parted ways with the Honey Badger too, Tyrann Mathieu. Let's not forget that. He's off.
Yeah, he's in Houston now.
Yep.
They
So
still
something in
have
that second.
Patrick Peterson.
Yep.
Honey Badger's kind of overrated. Peterson's the stud. Buda Baker's good. Bethea is good. Chandler Jones is good. They've got a lot of talent on the defensive side of the football here. Like, to be honest, Babano, this is if you look at the depth chart and you look at the talent of the football team, you don't say to yourself that they're a bad team, that it's like, oh, this is a 4-win football team. I'm leaning, listen, I lost last year betting the over with these cocksuckers over 8.5. And I lost. I had over 8.5. I gave it to a guy at BC. And David Johnson gets hurt and Carson Palmer gets hurt. And they still get to 8-8. I'm going over 5.5 wins with the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, there's value over. If you're betting purely on the value end of the spectrum, 5.5 with Arizona, clearly it's the value is the over because 6 and 10 cashes for you. And it isn't it's within the realm of possibility for Arizona to be a 6+ win football team this season.
They were 8-8 last year with Drew Stanton and Blaine Gabbert and no David Johnson. It's the same football team, but with Sam Bradford instead of those stiffs at quarterback, and with one of the best running backs, and with a stud wide receiver drafted as well in Christian Kirk. And more depth on defense now. Last year, the defense had a lot of young guys. They lost like 6 guys to free agency on the defense side of the football. I'm starting to buy in here, man. Over 5.5 Arizona.
It's really low. This, and what did we say a few minutes ago when we were talking about one of the other teams? This could be a tightly bunched division. I think the Rams and the 49ers are on top, but do you think the gap, like Seattle, Arizona years ago, is when they were clearly superior to the Rams and the Niners? Are the Rams and the Niners clearly superior to the Seahawks and Cardinals this year? That's what you got to compare the two eras.
Yeah. No, the Rams still have something to prove, right?
The 49ers don't know anything yet about winning. They just finished 5 wins last year. Yep. So there's your argument. Yep. There's your Seattle, Arizona argument right there. They're the proven winners. The Rams now have the target on their back. Everybody knows now this is an up-and-coming team that was very good last year. Nobody's taken them lightly. The schedule's tougher. 49ers, can we go crazy about 5 wins against, a favorable schedule at the end? So that's your argument for liking maybe a Seattle and an Arizona here to say, hey, wait, not so fast. We're not about to relinquish our domination of this division to these young upstarts, the 49ers and the Rams, just yet. That's your argument.
So, in conclusion, San Francisco 49ers, the win total is 8.5. I don't have a strong like, oh yeah, I want to bet that. You know what I mean? We discussed it, and it's still early right now. We're going to go over this stuff a lot over the summer, but I'm not like, oh yeah, I got to get in on that. I'm not feeling it. I think they could be 9-7. I think they could be 8-8. I think they could be 7-9. So it wouldn't shock me. LA Rams, I think, wins the division. And I think they could win a division with a 9-7 record. So I'd rather fucking just take them to win a division at minus 120 than to win 10 football games at minus 145. So instead of the over 9.5 of the Rams, I'll just say they win a division at minus 120. And in the next two, Babano, I'm seriously going to consider putting a nickel down on each of one of these or so, which is the Arizona Cardinals over 5.5 and the Seattle Seahawks under 8.5.
I agree with the fact that if you're going to bet an Arizona or Seattle over, I much prefer Arizona over because I think there's a little more upside. There's going to be David Johnson hopefully staying healthy for the season. And we know how good a running back he can be when he's on the field. So, and again, even if Bradford gets hurt, you got Rosen in there. I don't think Rosen's going to be completely, deer in the headlights, even if he does have to start a few games this season at any point. And I think he's got tons of upside. So Arizona over definitely potential. I see Big Man in the chat saying he thinks Houston wins the Super Bowl. We're going to get to Houston when we get to the FC South, but I will say this. I like that team a lot. I like that team a lot going into this season. And the one thing I'll say about O'Brien, who I can't stand, Deshaun Watson last season into the media when he was injured after he got hurt says, I can't wait to come back and play for Bill O'Brien and run this offense under him. And I believe that quote gave Bill O'Brien at least a temporary stay of execution, because he's getting all
Bill
being thrown his way. Let's be honest. I mean, Bill O'Brien's been underwhelming as a head coach. Deshaun Watson went to bat for O'Brien. So now it's put up or shut up time.
Bill O'Brien is a great offensive coordinator. He's a good tactician. Like, he's not an idiot, Bill O'Brien. He's just a horrible in-game coach. So, I never thought that Bill O'Brien was dumb. I never thought he was an idiot. He knows the fucking game. He knows offense.
And quarterbacks.
But it's the in-game play calling, the attack. He's so conservative. He plays to fucking lose. And I think Houston could win the AFC and beat that team and knock the Patriots off. But I don't know, man. It seems like they always just have injuries. I really wonder if Deshaun Watson is great, but I wonder if Deshaun Watson can get through 16 games in the National Football League without getting hurt. I mean, he didn't get hurt in a game last year either. He got hurt in a non-contact practice. He just fucking twisted something. But I wonder if Deshaun Watson can stay healthy for 16 games, and I have a hard time believing that fucking Bill O'Brien can navigate his way through everything perfectly. And not to mention, you're dealing in a division now suddenly with the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are a fucking good team, and the Tennessee Titans, who I think are going to be much better now. And they were already pretty good, but they're going to be better now with Malarkey out of there and with Mike Vrabel in there.
Yeah, and not only Malarkey out, but Terry Robisky out. You know how much I just
Robisky. Yeah.
What a brutal offensive coordinator. He's calling plays like it's 1986 game. That's the problem.
Robisky's not a bad offensive coordinator, Bano. But Terry Robisky is the worst offensive coordinator to have with a quarterback that's a dink and dunk West Coast scrambler. Terry Robisky is like you say, he's an old school Ken Stabler. All right, everyone go deep. I want you to throw it 48 yards through the air here, all right? Like, he's a gunslinger. You know what I mean? With Baltimore, with Flacco, go deep. Fuck. Like, that's his deal. You can't ask Marcus Mariota to do that. Mariota's a dink and dunk guy. And Mike Malarkey's an idiot. Like you said, between Robisky, and Malarkey, you get those two guys out of there. I like to hire a Mike Vrabel. I think Tennessee are a tough team. Andrew Luck comes back, whatever. I don't really expect much from the Colts, but the Titans and the Jags are pretty much right there with the Texans, as good as the Texans are.
Very competitive AFC South. We'll be getting to that division at some point. Before we call it a segment here, I got to mention that they got LeBron's press conference on right now, and there's my guy, the guy that hounded him about J.R. Smith after game one. He's asking him a question right now, and I bet he's the guy, he's gray-haired guy, he's a Golden State guy, because I remember it was he works for Comcast Bay Area. Out there. He's a Golden State. He's the one that asked him about JR, and then of course LeBron gets all pissy and walks out. I bet he's the one that's asking him right now, why'd you pass so fucking much in the fourth quarter tonight?
Why'd you stop shooting?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking hard. It's like asking Eddie Van Halen, though, why didn't you fucking play that riff? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's tough, like people in the media. It's a delicate thing, but it's tough to ask him, but I hope somebody did. We'll get his fucking quote.
He'd be the guy. I don't
want to think about LeBron James. Whatever. The motherfucker will be gone in 48 hours. And then he can fuck over Cleveland again, being the class act that he is.
He might be on Big Man on Campus's doorstep in a couple of months, Philadelphia bound.
I think he's going to Houston. But
those are the two popular opinions, 76ers and Rockets.
that online has numbers up for it. Philadelphia's the favorite at plus 150.
I think they should be. Now, I know the LeBron's family looking for houses. They made a big deal of that. But there might be something to that. Who knows?
He's going to Houston. Fuck. He's going to Houston.
Could you imagine that? LeBron, friggin' Harden, and CP3?
He can't win with Cleveland. He knows this. So he has to
I love some of the points they made last night on this show that I'd love to see LeBron. Why don't you go to a Knicks or a Charlotte Hornets or a Suns or one of these teams and build this team into and just carry them to something special, these doormats.
Yeah, but he did just do that with Cleveland. As much as I'm a LeBron basher, he did just do this. He went back to Cleveland, who were fucking terrible, and he brought a championship to the city of Cleveland and hadn't had one in fucking 50 plus years. 60 years and since the 40s and the Cleveland Indians, etc. So he did do it. You know, I'm not one of these guys that thinks that, oh, you should go to this and improve his legacy. I don't buy into that. You know, he did. His legacy's fine, but I'm just saying, if he wants to win now for real and he cares about winning, you know, he's going to have to sacrifice his triple doubles and actually play on a team. He wants his cake and he wants to eat it too. You know what I mean? He wants the triple doubles, but he wants to win. But the NBA is a team sport. It's not an individual sport. So, you know, I saw someone in the chat, Kobe Bryant only scored 15 points a game and won the finals. Yeah, exactly. He won. Kobe Bryant didn't give a shit who fucking scored and what the stats were. He wanted to win, you know? So what a choke job by LeBron. But sorry, I don't want to talk about it. It sickens me. I lost a lot of money on this motherfucker, and I hate the guy. Like, I hate his game. I don't hate him personally, but I hate the bullshit hype around this guy, and it's just the irony that of all nights, I bet on LeBron. Like, I bet on him against Boston, but I've been on Golden State and everything and this shit. I fucking load up on LeBron. He doesn't hit any of his props. The supposed greatest player ever. He goes 0 for everything on every prop they set. LeBron under. You know, besides the triple-double he gets, because he's a fucking stat motherfucker. So that was an epic choke job by LeBron James tonight. Can't blame his teammates. That's on him. He's been a dickhead ever since the J.R. Smith play. You know, he half-assed it in game 2. His attitude's been shit. Fuck. His attitude was shit tonight. It is what it is. He's a moody motherfucker, man. Fuck him.
Well, it's interesting because I think there's been times in these playoffs, especially the last few games, like the Boston series, Toronto series, the end of the Indiana series, where he's been just an absolute pillar of strength, tower of power, LeBron, and he's been playing amazing basketball. Game 1 was an amazing performance, but game 2, especially tonight in that fourth quarter where he was very passive. That reminded me of early. Remember some of those early LeBron runs where he was passing it a little bit too much and people were criticizing him? Why aren't you taking the big shot? I thought we had gotten past that. That was a little let's just say it was a little disappointing for me to see the way that game ended tonight from a LeBron standpoint. Just a little bit disappointing.
I wish we could get in his head, Babano. Like you said, you thought, you know, it's a distraction, him leaving, or we don't, you know, whatever, and he's thinking about it, or I don't know. Like, I'd really like to know. Normally, I really couldn't give a shit what is in another grown man's head, about this stuff. But, for this, like, I put it this way, like, I'm just saying, I care about people's heads, their opinions, but I can't believe, like, if I could get inside someone's head, I would waste it, you know, instead of making money. But to know what LeBron James was thinking, I don't know. Like, why, Babano? Why didn't he shoot? There was 5 minutes left, and he just stopped. Fuck. You know, like I said, it was to the point where it was like fucking hot potato. He threw the ball to Kevin Love. Kevin Love zinged it right back to him. Like, why do you keep throwing it to me? And J.R. Smith did the same thing. He threw it to J.R. Smith, and Smith just gave it right back to him. Like, dude, fuck. Like, it was like his own teammates were like, bro, what are you doing? Here, take it. It's you. You always rip us. It's you. Take it. And then he goes in and he pulls a DeMar DeRozan. He goes into the air. He passes the ball when he's in the air to Tristan Thompson, who's under the basket. Tristan Thompson's not there for his offensive skills, man. Like, the decision process of LeBron in the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game was just, it was Bush League, man. But whatever. I guess he did it to spite me. It's God's irony. It's Lord Gambler's irony that I rip this guy as much as I do. And I guess I deserve it. Whatever. That's the irony of life, Cabana, I guess.
It's a very cruel twist of fate that is being played on you tonight with this.
It really is. The game
and LeBron's performance
like a motherfucker is the game.
Yes, it is.
And I've got like $1,500 on it.
Exactly.
You can't make this shit up, man.
No, it isn't. To be honest, I'll say it right now. I would rather LeBron have taken like the last 7-8 shots of that game tonight and go 0 for 8. Brick, than ever give Tristan Thompson or Jeff Green, who was terrible tonight, or any of these other guys who are just, inept at times, an opportunity. That's just the way I see it.
And the thing is, tonight, in the last few minutes, guys, I don't want to hear anybody motherfucking saying, I said it at the time, about he was getting his teammates involved and he's not selfish and shit. It wasn't that. It wasn't like he was making smart basketball decisions like, I'm going to kick it to this guy, he's wide open. It's like, no, like he would be standing there and he'd give it to J.R. Smith, who's 2 feet away from him. Like, what do you want J.R. Smith to do? And there'd be like 3 seconds left on the shot clock and J.R. Smith would have to heave up a bad 3. It was just, it's baffling. It's like he sabotaged them at the end. I swear to God.
It's a baffling sequence. But before I wrap it up and sign off, someone in the chat mentioned Argo's first home game. That is coming up. I will be there. That's going to be a lot of fun. Saturday, June 23rd, Calgary, Toronto, BMO Field. Looking forward to it. It's, CFL game. It's going to be a great group of people there. Gabe, I think Cam, Taylor Stevens, and Sonny Vega, I think, want to come down and join us as well.
Coming from Halifax, Kitchener Ranger Rays coming up, all kinds of people.
Oh, it's fantastic. Kyle on Twitter wants to come. I heard Jordan Kovacs, my pal in town here, might want to come and get in on that. So good stuff. It's going to be a good turnout.
Big man, I cannot. You call him clutch. Did you just watch the same game? You got a triple double, right? So, his stat, Like, really, dude? Like, you honestly.
His stat line's fantastic tonight. No argument there. It's a phenomenal stat line. Outstanding.
You really honestly fucking can come and defend and say LeBron James is clutch after watching that bullshit tonight?
That's the conundrum of this game. His stat line is phenomenal. He actually played okay and good, but
so what? Dude, Kevin Durant put up 53 drafting points, fucking 5 games in a row, and people were ripping him that he was playing like shit. You know what I mean? Who gives a shit about stats, man? It's about getting it done, It's about getting it done, or at least trying, but he didn't do either tonight. He didn't. It's like he didn't want to fail, so he'll let everyone else fail. That's the same reason why LeBron James has never entered into a slam dunk contest once in his fucking life, because he doesn't want to lose. He could probably win, but he doesn't want to because he's scared if he loses how he'll look. Everything's about the look with LeBron James, from his stupid wardrobes that he fucking comes into to his stupid fucking shoes and his I am king bullshit. You're the king of what? You're 3-6 in the finals, bro. Great king, You're a king of a fucking country that's going to get over fucking thrown at 3-6. I'll tell you that much.
Well, everyone in the chat, you and everyone in the chat are going to debate forever how clutch LeBron is, who's better, him and Jordan and all that. I'll say one thing, and no one can argue this. The guy, someone that was clutch tonight, big time, and he's at the podium talking right now on my TV, Kevin Durant. What a performance tonight for this guy. 43 points, big time dagger threes at the end. He's the reason Golden State won, because you got nothing from Curry, and Clay was pretty quiet too, and absolutely nothing from Curry. And even Green didn't really do much offensively.
That's the beautiful thing about a team, Babano. They pick each other up. Last game, Curry hits 9 threes. Tonight, Durant's like, I got this. Don't worry. You know what I mean? When both Durant was struggling against Houston, man, he was sort of in a weird mood. I don't know, man. I think, honestly, partially what this comes down to, too, is these motherfuckers are too rich, man. All right? They're just too rich. It's beyond – once you have – fucking $500 million, man. Like, look at like rock stars and pop stars, Babano, that don't even have that much money. they go fucking nuts and act like fucking idiots. You know what I mean? They act like idiots. These guys can't act like idiots. They have to show up. Like Justin Bieber's got like $200 million, this kid, and he's running around in Ferraris and banging chicks and fucking sleeping for 3 days straight. You know what I mean? He can do whatever the fuck he wants. These guys can't do whatever they want. Fuck. They're trapped. You know, they have $500 million. They don't even have time to spend the fucking money. They need to fucking play games every day, media commitments, etc. So they're all eccentric fucking egomaniacs. And whatever, man. If I was Kevin Durant and I had a $350 Under Armour deal and I was about to sign fucking $50 million a year contract in the NBA, you can be a moody motherfucker, man. That's just reality, dude. You know, I think they're all just sort of prima donnas, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean it's a sport that I wish I could be into the NBA more than I am. Especially the regular season's almost an impossible thing for me to get to the television regularly and watch it outside of Raptors games. I will watch every Raptor game because I want to see them do well. But outside of that, it's tough for me to find a great reason to watch regular season NBA. I mean, you got players that don't suit up half the time. They rest at random times. You get the half-assed effort when they fall behind and they wave the white flag and the bench has to come in because it turns into a blowout. It's tough. You know, thank goodness at least we've had pockets of good play here in the playoffs. As I've been into the playoffs, I try to get into the NBA playoffs, but not always easy with these players. Not always easy.
Ian Cameron, a.k.a. Babano, an extended stay here this evening.
Yes, it was. But we loved it.
From Dundas, Ontario, Ian Cameron. Check him out on the Ice Guys Stanley Cup Final Edition. Bob Bano.
Good night, everybody.
A rather interesting conversation with Babano this evening in which we hit various topics. And once again made him feel awkward. Like I said, I just love, man. It feels like it was hours ago, and it was, but I just love how like rattled Babano gets. What's up, Matthias? All right, I don't want to talk about LeBron James. All right, I've said everything there's everything to say about this motherfucker. He's a great player. He's a great player, but he's not in the same categories of the Larry Birds, the Kobe Bryants, the Magic Johnsons, the Michael Jordans. He's just not. I know, like to a lot of fucking millennials and stuff, that winning doesn't matter and stats count. Ooh, look at his stats. Stats don't mean jack shit, man. Stats don't mean jack shit. The fact is, he's 3-6 in the motherfucking finals. He's gonna be. He's gonna be. He's a better all-around player. LeBron is a better all-around player than Magic and Bird. I'll give you that. Like, he's more complete. But he's not a killer instinct champion. He's just not. He never has been. Killer Instinct champions don't lose as much. You know what I mean? They just don't. Yeah, suddenly I'm depressed, though. The Simpsons talk isn't as fun now. What's going on, McKinnis? The UFC card. We got a stack UFC card. We did golf last night. Who's asking? A real 745. We did golf last night. My two golf picks are Tony Finau at 20-1 and Afra Barnrat at 40-1. We just gave it to you. Tony Finau 20-1, Afra Barnrat 40-1. Yeah, and the video is up, Real, from last night's show. Jeff Feinberg was on in the first hour. We hit golf for like an hour last night. I was sort of over it. I was sort of over this fucking game and this LeBron shit tonight, but suddenly it got brought back. Suddenly the pain of this, the frustration. I got to change the channel, but I mean, I was going to say I'm easily distracted. Fuck. I'm like Babano now, but I can stay focused on the air. But Jimmy Kimmel's show came on, and I was very distracted by Mariah Carey's tits. So I had to change the channel. I was like, fuck, their tits are distracting me. So I changed the channel. And then they were showing like a food spread and shit. And the food was making me hungry. So I had to change the channel again. And then I ended up back on a sports network where it's fucking highlights. And I can't escape it. It's highlights again. I can't see this. I don't want to watch this anymore. Fuck off, LeBron James. Fuck off, man. Fuck off. Holy shit, man. Don't slam the fucking door, Tony. Holy shit, fuck. We've been on such a nice gambling run, too, and it all falls apart because of this motherfucking traitor, fuck.
Do me a favor, will you please? Will you? Will you do me a kindness? Yeah.
I didn't want to be walking in and out of getting fucked up when I got to come back.
I don't make any difference to me at this juncture. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Tony. Don't slam the fucking door. No more. Listen, I'm going to give a clue here now. I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day from anyone. That includes me. It's going to be very hot, going to be very uncomfortable for everybody. Want anybody yelling? We get anybody yelling around here anymore today, and then the shit is going to hit the fan. And they fit the needs of a very diverse buyer segment. Why can't I remember? I wrote this stuff. Why can't I remember it? Why don't I say it fucking right? What does the goddamn line say, Tony? What is the goddamn line?
What's the goddamn line say, Tony? All right, so as we were saying, UFC, we got a stack card this week. Real stack. Like, they always throw around the term stack card very loosely nowadays, but this one's actually very, very good from top to bottom. You know, there's 8 fighters on this card who are aged 36 to 41 years old. And I don't know if you guys know this trend, but you should, because we talked about it on the radio show today. But basically, fighters who are 5 years younger win 65% of the time in the UFC. So if you blindly just bet fights on age, the younger guy wins 65% of the time. When you get into 5 years of age difference and 170-pound fights and over, then it's 62% of the time. And we have a lot of fights on this card where it's sort of old guy against younger guy. Classic example is the main event here, and Robert Whittaker and Yoel Romero. They already fought. Whittaker beat him. Whittaker fucking fought with like a broken leg, one leg. And Whittaker beat him in 5 rounds. Yoel Romero's on juice. He's roided up. Now he won't be. Maybe he will be. I don't know. He's a dangerous dude, but as the fight progresses, the danger goes away with Romero. Romero's like an AK-47, man. It sprays bullets, fuck. But the magazine runs out. It's just he comes out fucking firing and you're dodging bullets. You're like, holy fuck, man, he's fucking nuts, this guy. He's like swinging and he's fucking trying to take your head off. But by the 3rd round, motherfucker's slowing down. Robert Whittaker's going to beat him. Robert Whittaker's the real deal. This kid's unbelievable, fuck. I was sort of a doubter at first about Whittaker, but there's nothing to doubt about this guy. Now listen, his takedown, we don't really know. He knocks people out so fucking fast, basically. Well, not always so fast. He's been in wars, so we've seen him go the distance before. He's been in battles before. But he's just so fucking explosive, this guy, man. Robert Whittaker wins the fight. So we'll give you the picks on Friday how we'll handle this. How do we approach it? Do we parlay it, or you know what I mean? Probably put him in a parlay, a couple of parlays. The co-main event, Colby Covington and Rafael dos Anjos. Now, it's fucking hard to be less annoying or more annoying, I should say. Or it's hard to believe that Conor McGregor is less annoying than so one thing me and Big Man might agree on. We disagree on a lot of athletes, but we do agree on Floyd Mayweather. And I think we agree that Conor's a clown. But Conor McGregor's an annoying motherfucker, man. He says a lot of stupid fucking shit. Some of it I think is pretty racist. But Colby Covington has raised it up to a whole new level of fucking stupidity and shit. He repeatedly refers to fucking the Brazilians as filthy animals. Of course, fucking Fabricio Verdum, who's Brazilian, fucking confronted him about this. And Verdum's a heavyweight, but Verdum doesn't give a shit, man. He's a nut job, right? He'll beat anybody up. Like he nearly beat Tony Ferguson up. So they were in Australia, so he hit fucking Covington in the face with a boomerang. Like he slapped him, like he sort of at close distance. He hit him in the face with a boomerang. And Colby Covington called the cops. Fuck. Colby Covington called the motherfucking cops. So everybody always sends him like fucking rat snitch fucking tweets and shit like that. But he really embraces the villain. So he raised it up a notch with his villain shit today, Colby Covington. He said, you'll like this, big man. Colby Covington said today, fuck the Philadelphia Eagles. He said, fuck the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to win the UFC belt. I'm going to personally deliver it to Donald Trump and give it to him as a gift. he is he is like he's a massive Twitter troll. Like Covington, like, oh, don't forget, remember he fucking called Mike Perry's girlfriend an ugly fucking skank bitch whore. like he calls other fighters' girlfriends like fucking, like, he really goes over the top. You know, like he gets personal. Like he finds out like people's families' names. Like he's over the top, this guy. And he's basically like, if you don't like it, beat me. Do something about it, you motherfuckers. And it's crazy because Mike Perry is one of the biggest fucking pricks in the UFC. You notice the theme, racist pricks in the UFC. So Mike Perry's a little racist prick. Fucking Colby Covington's a little racist prick. Connor, like, it's a pattern, and they all get title shots by being this way. It's sad. It's an ugly fucking way to market shit. But basically, Colby Covington doesn't deserve a title shot. He's good. He's really good, but he hasn't earned a title shot yet. But he talks so much bullshit that they figure, well, you know what? People want to see him get beat up. So I understand that theory. Yeah, it's the double combo for you, big man. It's the double combo for you. Colby Covington, you don't like Trump and you love the Eagles. Colby Covington said, fuck the Philadelphia Eagles. They're a bunch of pussies. And he said, I'm going to win the UFC championship on Saturday and hand deliver this to Mr. Donald Trump as a gift. MAGA. He tagged MAGA. I swear to God, every channel I have on, there's something I don't want to see. This is Diet Land. They're cutting up some chick's tit here, fuck. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Seinfeld. I'll just leave it on. Seinfeld's on. No, the fight's in Chicago. The fight's in Chicago.
Ariel Helwani in Chicago, and they'd find a way to degrade, Tyrone Woodley and Robbie Lawler for of gold around my waist. Just like the women and men just live in America and the leader of the free world.
What's the security scene like here with Mr. Trump, right? He spoke
on the line so you guys can have your freedoms today. So I definitely, and it's a complete joke. The Philadelphia Eagles.
Also a hot topic. The Philadelphia Eagles had their invitation rescinded. Golden State Warriors were uninvited. You win this belt, you'd like to go see the president in Washington and have a photo op with him.
Absolutely. It's a complete joke. The Philadelphia Eagles suck. The Golden State Warriors, they suck. What a joke. You live in America. You're fed by silver spoons. You guys are a complete joke to American society. Yeah, you guys want to express your First Amendment and free speech, but, you stand for this flag. You stand for the troops, the women and men that were brave and put their lives on the line so you guys can have your freedoms today. So I definitely want to bring the belt to the White House and see Trump.
All right, so his exact word was the Philadelphia Eagles suck. Okay, so we'll get to the CM Punk fight. We're going one by one here. I think Dos Anjos is going to beat Colby Covington. Colby Covington's good, but he's getting a little bit fast-tracked. And the thing with Colby Covington is he's a great wrestler, and he can pretty much get anyone down and shit. His stand-up game isn't terrible, but it's not great. Colby Covington's stand-up's gotten a lot better. He does work on it. But his thing is he wants to get you down, and then you are fucked. Like, he is a world-class wrestler. The thing is, Rafael Dos Anjos is also a world-class jiu-jitsu artist and won't really be overwhelmed on the ground. And honestly, Dos Anjos is another guy that's really worked on his stand-up to the point where it's fucking amazing. And He's going to tattoo fucking Covington's face. Dos Anjos is going to fucking dance around. He's going to stay out of the fucking takedowns. He's going to pick Covington apart. I believe Dos Anjos beats him. I got to take a quick leak. Fuck, this water goes right to me. But Damian Maia got fucking killed by Usman. He's not the same fighter. Damian Maia is old and shit. And it's not the same. Like Dos Anjos is a fucking badass, man. Little bit concerned about the size. Little bit concerned about the size. As you can see, my health situation continues. Level 3 of the Wicked Wednesday brought to you by Cheese Whiz. Cheese Whiz. Put it on anything. And of course, we'd like to thank our main sponsor, Malaysian Airlines. Fly Malaysian Airlines. Fly Malaysian Airlines, die Malaysia Airlines. Malaysia Airlines. When the plane crashes and we'll never find you. No, there's no cheese in this. Malaysian Airlines, where we only sell one-way tickets. Oh, yeah. Cam sees this. I'm going to have to hide this. I don't know. I was in the grocery store and I saw this. I was like, man, that looks pretty good. I haven't had Cheese Whiz in a couple of years, so I got some Cheese Whiz. No, I'm going to toast. I got bagels. I'm going to toast the bagels and put the Cheese Whiz on the bagels. Now, I'm hoping there's no cheese in there. Squeeze cheese. I don't know. What do you mean? What sounds repulsive? You never heard of Cheese Whiz? I can't play Imus. That's copyright. Plus, I don't like Imus. Yeah, fuck Don Imus. Cheese Whiz. This was $7, this jar. This is the medium-sized jar. There's a small jar, the medium jar, and then the big jar. I didn't need the big jar. You know what the thing with this is? No, I'll look up that. I'll look up the Imus basketball argument, big man. I'll check it out. Yeah, I don't understand, big man. For a guy that's eating fucking, for a guy that likes food, I really don't understand how you hate all these food things. Listen, salmon sandwiches, I can understand you not being down with. But butter chicken is one of the more popular dishes around the world. Settle down, big man. You guys are known for fucking cheesesteaks. Fuck. It's not like Philadelphia is some culinary fucking palace of the world. You guys have cheesesteaks. All right, good for you. You invented a hoagie. Fucking Philadelphia, fucking, you guys have fucking cheesesteak sub and you fucking think you're fucking Paris. you think you're Paris or something. I bet you Domino's does do a butter chicken pizza. Not that I would want that. That's one thing I don't like. I don't like how they always mix these new foods together all the time. I hate that shit. Sonny Vega ordered a fucking chicken pizza yesterday. I don't like chicken on pizza. And I like chicken and I like pizza, but I don't like chicken on pizza. I can't believe that just me showing this cheese whiz, the shit would get so hostile. I didn't realize that just me showing cheese whiz would cause a fucking riot in the chat. That's all it took. That's all it took. There's more 5-star restaurants in Montreal than there is in the United States as a whole. Fuck. Big man, you only talk about Philadelphia food. You haven't been around the world. Like, you got to, you know what I mean? You're not comparing anything. I hate to tell you. Listen, I'm a Buffalo Bill fan, but chicken wings in Buffalo, fuck, are as fucking overrated as LeBron James are. Oh, Buffalo's got chicken wings. Fuck. Everywhere has chicken wings. Fuck. I should be a fucking food critic and just piss off every city. Fuck. Your food sucks. Fuck, all right? Oh, fuck. Buffalo's got chicken wings. You do have decent pizza. There's a lot of Italians in Buffalo and shit. It's like people in Buffalo don't realize that there's chicken wings in every city in the fucking world. Like, It's like, oh yeah, I've never had. Oh wow, you guys have chicken wings. I've never had that before. Yeah, we got to get Tim Anderson on with Big Man on Campus and have a real big food debate. Listen, I've lived like fucking nearly half my adult life in the United States and in Canada, and food in Canada is by far better than the United States. And I don't say this as like to start an argument here. It's just a fact. The standards in Canada are higher. Like the grade A beef in the US is like fucking grade C in Canada. Like the FDA in America, you guys have no standards and shit. You can put anything in your fucking food. You can fucking, you know what I mean? You don't have to label anything. It's like there's no standard. It's not an insult to the cooks of the America, but there's no government standard in the US. The FDA standard is fucking low, like way lower than Canada's standard. It's just a fact. The soft drinks are better in Canada. We actually use we use better syrup. Like everything in the US is cheap. Like your beer sucks. Like the Canadian beer is better. Canadian food is better. Like Coca-Cola is better in Canada. Trust me, it is. I went to guys, I lived in Las Vegas, all right? I lived in Las Vegas, and there was this like Thai fucking restaurant near my place. It was like in this fucking whatever. It was like in this sort of strip mall fucking shit. It looked kind of ghetto, but it was pretty good. So it was this Thai restaurant. To me, it was pretty good. Okay. Like, you know, a bit better than a mall in Canada. It was a step up than Thai mall food. Anthony Bourdain went to Vegas and said, "This is the best Thai place I've ever." I'm like, really, dude? Like, that's your best Thai place? Like, it's like a fucking mall, bro. You know what I mean? Like the best Indian. I went to Dave Malinsky's a food connoisseur. He was like, this, because I told him the food sucks here. Fuck. And he goes, all right, you know, go to this Indian restaurant. It's the best Indian restaurant. My fucking girlfriend fucking wanted to move back to Toronto. She's like, this sucks. She's like, fucking, this food's fucking terrible. This is the best Indian food in the fucking city. Like, basically, unless you're spending $500 on a meal at the Bellagio, like, the food sucks in Vegas. The food sucks in LA. The Mexican food's good in LA. The Mexican food, that's all I ate in Vegas, too. The Tex-Mex, the Southwest, I knew the good Mexican places in Vegas. So I get burritos and rice and shit like that. But it's not even close. Settle down, Marine Corps. You're from Buffalo. You're going to compare Buffalo women in New York or Buffalo to Montreal? You guys need fucking cow fucking scales to weigh women there. Actually, I'm a diehard Buffalo Bill fan, and I really upset them. I was standing there, and I was like fucking ripping the Buffalo Bill cheerleaders. I was like, holy fuck, they look like a fucking like, like reject high school cheerleader squad. And I realized the Jills could hear me. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, so do I, Matthias. So do I. I like all women. One of my ex-girlfriends told me that once, that it bothered her. She said, she goes, most guys, I only worry, you only have to worry about, very, very good looking and hot women and stuff. But she goes, with you, I don't know. She goes, you'll fucking do anything. And she goes, you think everyone's hot. I couldn't even deny it. I was like, it's kind of like, yeah, you got a good point there. Some of the best, no, it is true. The fact of the matter is, big girls definitely, what's the best way of delicately putting it? They're very good at, bigger chicks bring it, fuck. Bigger chicks bring it. Yeah, they put in more effort. Yeah, like over the years, I would think like a lot of the best head over the years. I've been with a few big chicks and always good memories. There's certain chicks that are magnets too, right? Big chicks love skinny dudes. Like there's like I could walk into anywhere and always like the bigger chick is always in. We went with the slump buster when we were on the road with Homicide. There were a bunch of like punk rock chicks and all this stuff, and there was a larger woman, and I was like, yeah, this girl's way cooler. I'm a fan, but like I said, like I'm a fan of everything. Yeah, you know the deal, Gokester. It's true. It just is. Like it's like the life. It's like God balances it out. It's like God balances it out. I'm a big fan of punk rock girls. I was in a punk rock band for years, so yeah, I'm not sure how I'm discriminating when I said I will do anything. Like, I'm not really sure how that's discriminating. Yeah, but punk rock chicks are all fucking crazy. No, I don't. No, like, no, that's definitely one thing. You can't accuse me of discrimination. No, I've pretty much done like pretty much almost every sort of every type. Not every type, but close. I want to do a fucking, I want to do a Romanian chick. That's on the bucket list, Romania. Yes, I do, Drew Martin. Too much, fuck. Yes, I do. Nah, I guess the craziest thing, fucking, even though I don't really remember it much, but somebody told me that I fucking did something with Bridget the Midget in a fucking elevator once. I was in Vegas and fucking somebody after, they're like, what the fuck happened in the elevator there? I was like, I don't know, what do you mean? They're like, you and that porn star midget chick were in the elevator there. You guys seem to be hitting it off. I was like, no, I was talking to her, fuck. Yeah, it was like a porn convention in Vegas or something. Yeah, exactly. It was freaking me out, man. Because she's little, but she had like these tits and shit. So I was sort of like, you know. No, it wouldn't be fun. No. I draw the line. I'm not sleep. I don't sleep with little people. Yeah, don't use it. I'm not sleeping with little people. I try that. No, I don't. I can't do that. I don't want to get into too many details. This is, it's not the right form. Maybe on Patreon, but I've been in some crude environments, people. You got to understand. Like, I was in a metal band for a long time. I also lived in Hollywood in the 80s. So I did a chick once to put a curse on me. A witch. Fucking, I told a story about that chick fucking coming up to the phone and saying, if you're here in 10 minutes, I'll fucking do you. And she did. Yeah, it worked. Fuck. She did. Her curse worked. Yes. People warned me. Fuck. I went to this pool party in Hollywood, California. It was like 1990 and 1991 or something. And fucking people warned me because it was this pool party. And in Hollywood, everyone had like these apartment buildings, but they all had pools. Fuck. Right. So it was always pool parties everywhere. So it was like fucking a pool party and, like a bunch of fucking people there and shit. And there's this hot chick with red hair, like sort of like a punk fucking goth chick with like fucking red hair. And of course I hit it off with her, fuck. So like numerous people came up to me and they were like, bro, listen, she's hot, but she's a witch. And I'm like, what do you mean she's a witch? And they're like, seriously, like she's kind of a witch. Like she fucking does spells and hexes and shit. And like, they're like, I'd advise, like, we're just warning you, like, she's fucking really intense. So, of course, I fell right into it. I'm like, they tell me you're a witch. And she's like, why don't you come to my place and find out, So, fuck, I did. Yeah, I did. This fucking... This chick had like a fucking like killer tarantula and shit like that, man, as a pet and shit. It's pretty creepy. You're doing a chick and there's a fucking like spiders walking around and shit. And she had like fucking loose, fucking furry, big spiders and fucking, it was like fucking snakes. It was like over the top, man. It wasn't that bad when I was all wasted, but when I woke up, fuck, I was like, holy shit, fuck, there's fucking spiders fucking on the bed. And Yeah, so the problem is, like, I lived, the curse was me for go bald, fuck. Now, the curse was for me to kick you out, fuck. Now you've been cursed. It was a funny joke, but fuck them. Now you've been cursed. Yeah. He's like that dude in the classroom where it's like, well, all right, you got the one pop in, but you're now expelled. So I hope it was worth the laugh. Yeah, he's free to the joke, and I'm free to boot him. Exactly. Who's cursed now, bitch? Who's cursed now? Right now, he's like, oh fuck, I like this show. That's too bad. That's a shame. I stay on, I give you guys bonus coverage, and that's the type of treatment I get. You're gone! No, exactly. He's free to drop it, and I'm free to boot him. You know, it's crazy. We've actually had quite a troll-free experience over the last couple of nights. It has been enjoyable. What's up, Ghoster? No, man. Central America rocks. I might move down there, Drew. I'm seriously thinking about it. I got to go to Vancouver for a little while, but I'm really thinking about in like 2 years moving down to Costa Rica. All right, so we got sidetracked. I should never have showed you guys the Cheese Whiz. I should never have showed anyone the Cheese Whiz. I showed you guys the Cheese Whiz, and everyone got angry. Everyone started arguing. You guys got me upset. I started insulting cities and people's foods. And I stand by everything I stated. Somebody just got booted out. We couldn't just, couldn't just be peaceful on the way out. That's the problem. Weed's expensive in Costa Rica. Fuck. I'll be a fucking cokehead. Fuck. I'll end up dying of cocaine. No, I told you. I got a thing for all girls. Fuck. Colombian, El Salvadorian, Costa Rican, Panamanian, Mexican. you name it. All right, so we'll break down the UFC later in the week, but I'll tell you what. So I like Dos Anjos. I see that money's coming in on Covington right now. Covington's minus 130 right now, so the line is swinging. Looks like we're going to get Dos Anjos at plus money. Holly Holm and Megan Anderson. Man, I think Holly Holm's overrated. Fuck. She got lucky. She kicked. I know she was a boxing champion, but whatever. In MMA, she's been underwhelming. She never, kills anybody. She kicked fucking Holly. She kicked Ronda Rousey in the head once, and she's been, living off of this. Megan Anderson's a former Invicta champion who's got a lot of swagger and attitude. She's also a very tall woman. She's bigger than Holly Holm. She's big and shit. Megan Anderson's a very confident woman. This is a step up in class. I mean, she's fucking trilled people in the past. Megan Anderson coming over from Invicta here, but I think we've got a live dog here in Megan Anderson. I wouldn't lay minus 220 with Holly Holm. Andrei Arlovsky and Tuivasa. Tuivasa should beat him, but a heavyweight fight, anything can happen. But Arlovsky should get knocked out in this fight. CM Punk and Mike Jackson. Now, it's criminal that we're even going to talk about the CM Punk fight, but the fact is it's criminal that the UFC put this fight on the pay-per-view portion of the card. As crazy as this sounds, as crazy as this sounds, and this is coming from someone that was all over Mickey Gall against CM Punk. As crazy as this sounds, I think CM Punk can beat Mike Jackson. Mike Jackson shouldn't be minus 230 against anybody. He's essentially a MMA fucking podcast talk show host. He's not a professional fighter. You know, by definition, I guess he is because, hey, he's fighting in the UFC. But like, we're talking about a fighter who's essentially more of a talk show host who happens to train. He's almost like, imagine like Robin Black or something. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, he's fought a bit in Houston and he's trained, but he's not really a professional fighter. But he was smart, man. He ran his mouth. He talked his way into this shit. And basically, they can't find anybody in the world that CM Punk can beat. So Dana White thinks that this is the guy that CM Punk can beat. CM Punk has been training in this shit for like 2.5 fucking years now. Mickey Gall was the wrong guy to fight him. Mickey Gall is an insane, hungry kid and shit. Mike Jackson's a talk show host, who shouldn't be fucking minus 210. I'm going to grin and bear it. I'm not proud of it. I'm not a CM Punk fan. I'm not like, oh, this is great CM Punk and shit, but I just don't think Mike Jackson should be favored. And, you know, CM, what's he been doing for 2 years with Duke Roufus? I mean, CM Punk, you're a good enough athlete. You should be able to beat this guy. Joe Rogan would kill CM Punk. Joe Rogan would beat a few UFC fighters. Not all of them, but, you know, some of the smaller ones. But CM Punk would be one of them. Joe Rogan would kill fucking... well, I don't know. I tell you what, King Ganja, if my strategy to bounce back after losing on LeBron tonight is to bet on CM Punk, it's a bad strategy. You know what, though? I did win that soccer bet. I just played that one game, under 4.5 in-game, and we hit it. So that helps a little. That makes me feel a little bit better. At least I just won my last bet of the night. I think we got some live underdogs here, though. So I like Robert Whittaker, who's a favorite. I like Dos Anjos, who's an underdog. I like Megan Anderson, who's an underdog. I like CM Punk, who's an underdog. Curtis Blades and Alistair Overeem. I'm going to take Overeem, who's an underdog. So I got some nice dog plays here. And then I got a couple of favorites that I'll parlay together. Oh, yeah, another fight that I like is, I'll bet against Rashad Evans. So I'll take Anthony Smith and Claudia Gadelha. I don't think Carla Esparza is that good. Claudia Gadelha is going to beat her. She's a minus 500 favorite, so I'm not going out on a limb. But Claudia Gadelha will beat Carla Esparza. And Rashad Evans has won 2 fights in the last 6 years. He should be retiring. So I'll parlay those two together. And I like a lot of these other underdogs too. Like, favorites here. The other fights. Like, one more underdog. Joseph Benavidez versus Sergio Pettis. Why is Joseph Benavidez a minus 250 favorite? I think the line's too high here. I'm not promising that Sergio Pettis wins this fight, but Benavidez shouldn't be a minus 250 favorite. And here's another one too that I like. Charles Oliveira, the Bronx. against Clay Guida. Clay Guida's a good guy. I know him. He's a grinder. We know about what his game is. We know he's going to try to grind and take down Oliveira and stuff. But Oliveira's been around long enough. His takedown defense is greatly improved. He's trained with Frankie Edgar. And Oliveira, to me, is just more athletic and better than Guida. Guida's, like, lucky to be hanging on here. Fuck. I'm surprised that Charles Oliveira is not a bigger favorite. I'll lock in my picks on Friday night with you guys, but who's the sickest, darkest person you ever met, Jamba? You love when Mark got started with. That's a good line, Larry Savage. All right, so we're going to wrap shit up here. Once again, we went way too late. Look, I think I'm on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network at like 8 in the morning or something, fucking talking horse racing. So tomorrow night, oh, okay. Okay, Mohammed, your lacrosse coach. Tomorrow night, I hope I don't screw this up because I was on Golden State in every game, but now suddenly, like an idiot, I took Cleveland tonight. Fucking stupid move. Stupid. I think Las Vegas wins tomorrow. Yeah, Lou from Gamblu.com is going to be our World Series guy, College World Series guy. Yeah, I had Cleveland in the first half, so we won that. It wasn't all losses, but it's depressing. Hey, if you're around McKinnis tomorrow, we'll get you on the radio show. I'll send you a DM. If you're around in the afternoon / evening, we'll get you on, talk the hockey game tomorrow. Jimmy the Bag was on Game Time Decisions earlier in the week, too. Jimmy the Bag, the Bart Simpson. If you missed it, Drew, we did what cast of characters are the SBR crew of The Simpsons. Jimmy the Bag is Bart Simpson. Loshak is Otto. I'm Krusty. Cam Stewart is fucking Barney. Ian Babano, we had a hard time with Babano. Alex B. Smith has no choice. Fuck, he's Carl. Yeah, Brian Rose Millhouse. Babano is Martin Prince. Tom Marino is Lionel Hutz. I think Cam is Homer. You're right. Cam is a combination of Homer and Barney in the same way I'm a combination of Moe and Krusty. Yeah, sit down at Fat Tony. Well, I'm as close to Krusty the Clown as you get, but I also have the same anger as Mo Sislak. I think Loshak as Otto is great. Kyle in Atlanta is fucking Curly. Bruce Chad is Jimbo. It's a good question, McInnes. Who's McInnes? You're kind of a normal guy, McInnes. That's the thing. Most of our Simpson characters are kind of fuck-ups. We'll continue the theme because there's like 500 Simpson characters. Sideshow Bob is clam chowder. Yeah, I think Goldster, that's a good call for McInnes. I think McInnes is Lenny. You are more Lenny. Let's be real. Babano is Martin Prince. With his answer, it was a Martin Prince answer. We'll end it on this as long as we're talking about sports and cartoons. Just take a look how much fucking Claude Julien looks like the fucking bald dude on King of the Hill. Fuck. Yeah, like we asked, oh yeah, Chowder's the capital city goofball. We asked Babano a simple question. Who do you think you are to Simpsons? And he said, well, it's hard for me to extract and articulate which one character. It was like, oh, you're Martin Prince. All right, so we're out of here. Yeah, when I was a writer for the Montreal Mirror in Montreal, I was the one that came up with that. I really was the first one that came up with that. It's totally been stolen from me on the internet over the years, but I created that. I was the first one to say that Claude Julien looked like fucking the dude on King of the Hill. And I did a picture in a newspaper. I used to be a columnist. I did a picture in a newspaper, the two of them together. And the Canadian players thought it was so funny. They put it up in the locker room. And once I was in the fucking hallway and Julien said to me, are you the guy that fucking says that I'm like that guy in that cartoon? And I was like, yeah, yes, sir. And he goes, it's pretty funny. Thing with Claude Julien is he looks very nice on TV. But when you're next to him in real life, he's bigger than you think. And he's not as nice looking in real life. He's more intimidating. In English, he spoke English. He wasn't a big fan of mine, but he didn't hate me. I wasn't really mean to Claude Julien when he was coach of the Canadians. I didn't attack him that much. I didn't blame him for his The Canadian Michel Therrien didn't give a shit what I said. He doesn't give a fuck. The coach of the Canadians that I got along with the best when I was on the radio in Montreal was Guy Carbonneau. And it's funny because he's a real hard ass and no one liked him, but he liked me because I used to rip the players. There's politics to this shit, right? So the coach of the team liked me because I would rip the players and he couldn't. So I was like Guy Carbonneau's burner account. So I was used to rip the players and I'd get calls and shit. He'd call like the station and my operator would tell me to go, Carbonneau just called. And he says he likes what you're saying. So like I knew, and it was a rush. I'm like, holy fuck, the fucking head coach of the Canadians is listening to me after the game here. And I used to always get like calls like from players and from fucking other people. I used to get calls from players all the time and shit. They tell me, yeah, buddy just called to say that fucking you're killing them. This is fucking hilarious what you're saying right now. And like shit like that. So Carbonneau used to like me. So he'd come on the air like, I like you, Gabby. You tell it like it is. I was really nice to him too, though, Carbonneau. I used to, you guys got to get off Carbonneau's back, you know? It's the player's fault. It's not the coach's fault. That was my shtick. It's the player's fault. Carbonneau's a legend. Maybe the player should be more like Guy Carbonneau, so he loved me. And Guy Lafleur, who's my favorite hockey player of all time, actually, really likes me as well. And a lot of people don't like me. A lot of athletes don't like me. I know that. Like, I know for a fact. I know, like, a lot of owners, like, teams fucking hate me. Fuck, some teams really hate me. The Canadians revoked my press pass, fuck. They fucking took my pass away and they fucking kicked me out of the building and shit. The Montreal Canadiens don't like me. The Toronto Maple Leafs used to fucking really hate me. I don't know now, though. I don't really talk about them that much. And they don't care now because I'm not on Toronto that much. You know what I mean? I used to be on in Toronto, so it really pissed them off. The Leafs hated me. Out of all my years on TV, too, it was only once. It was one time at the Score. The owner of the Score said, listen, I would never tell you what to say or not to say, but just for the record, the Toronto Maple Leafs really don't like you. And they listen to everything you say. And he goes, you know, we're trying to get the rights to their games, and we do business with them a lot, with the Raptors, and it's causing problems. So he basically said, back off the Leafs for a little while if you can. And I was like, yeah, all right, I'll move on from the Leafs a bit. The NFL, I was barred from the Super Bowl for 3 years. The NFL kicked me out of the Super Bowl. I was barred by the NFL and Paul Tagliabue doesn't like me. Dana White hates me, fuck. I can go on and on. So the list of people that like me are a lot smaller than the like. I can sit here for 10 hours and just tell you names. Oh yeah, that guy hates me. Jose Theodore threatened to sue me. Brock Lesnar threatened to kill me. I can go on, but I got to get out of here. Take the Las Vegas Golden Knights tomorrow, and let's hope for the best. We'll see you tomorrow night. Other than that, you're on your own. Later.